night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, it's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation. We live lives on a small screen nation. We control the airwaves, no negotiation. I refuse to think we need saving. Something good will come from creation. And when we think that the world is too anxious, we'll adapt, evolve, survive and save it. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong.
Oh, look at me. I'm retarded. I'm a globe.
No one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, you broke, your love life's the old way. It's like you're always stuck in second gear. When it hasn't been your day, week, your month, even your year. But I'll be there for you when the rain starts to pour. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you 'cause I'm there for you.
The whole system is designed to disconnect you from your intuition. Why? Disconnected people are easy to manipulate. Everything from sunscreen to politics to the food industry. It's all designed to disconnect and manipulate you. We are in the middle of a war right now, but it's not a traditional war. It's a war on consciousness. It's a war on freedom. This is the time to listen, not to the news. No, your intuition, your gut, your heart. Love is the greatest weapon against darkness. How do you love more? You begin by loving yourself. How do you love yourself? You listen to the messages your body is telling you.
Nobody is coming to save you. Get up. Be your own hero.
Slaves used to work all day, every day, with no pay. But they got free food, water, and shelter. Today, we work all day, nearly every day, and we get paid. But the money we make, we spend on food, water, and shelter. We're still slaves. The only thing that has changed is the illusion of freedom.
I'm scared, Dad.
Do you trust me, son?
Yes.
Come on, son. Rule number 1, never trust anybody.
Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square. Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square.
Now let me see you what? Drop it to the floor, drop it to the floor then.
nothing. Everybody call me Big Pimpin'. No, I ain't bluffing. I'm with your mom in the kitchen, making blueberry muffins.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce. Don't get that honey sauce on me. I don't like the way it tastes with my chicken wings.
Chicken banana, chicken banana, chicken banana, banana, banana.
Hey man, just want to let you know that sometimes you gotta shut the fuck up. You gotta shut the fuck up. And this current time is just one of those times you gotta shut the fuck up.
I don't think you're a bad person. I just don't want to hear you talking anymore. You gotta shut the fuck up. I remember when I lost my mind.
All right, good evening, you beautiful sons of bitches, and welcome to Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind. Here to unchain your mind and tell you that your soul belongs to you and you alone, that you have your own destiny. Be your own hero. Look at here, we got D-Man with us in here too. Did you know that our government is completely 100% fucking illegitimate? The United States is gone.
Say it ain't so. I thought with all this winning, that we'd be begging. No more winning, Sov.
Well, I don't know how we won anything by merging our military with Israel's. That's fucking treason, man. That's fucking treason.
Well, there you go.
There's nothing legitimate about the United States government now at all. At all. Every one of us needs to just fucking disregard. Be your own hero, man.
I'm writing an angry letter right now as we speak.
Are you going to sign it, Mr. President? I would. These people, they glom onto their perceived authority figures, It's so stupid. But the fact they don't realize it. They can't step outside of themselves and see how fucking dumb it is, And we find this with the globetards all the time. Well, just ask Google. Google. Yeah, I'm like, God damn, man. Do you have a brain of your own? Do you have the ability for abstract thought, critical thinking, deductive reasoning? No, because you were trained for 13 fucking years to absorb and regurgitate, and they told you that made you smart. School is not a place for smart people, y'all. It's a conditioning program. That's all it is. 99% of the shit they taught you outside of mathematics and spelling and grammar is nonsense. Oh, the Pilgrims came on the Mayflower. Oh, Columbus discovered America. Blah, 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 blah. Stupid fucking people, man. I swear to God, half of it is, it's almost like you don't want to get pissed off at them, but because it's not really their fault. They were made that way, man. But I don't see how people that are made that way, why they would fight to not be that way so bad.
Yeah, exactly. Not see the error.
God, I know. Look, there's Matt Prince trying to come up. What's up, Matt Prince?
What's up, Matt?
Hey, what's up?
You're
guys?
muted or something if you're trying to talk. Oh, there you go. There was something. We had life, proof of life.
All right, let me try it now.
There you go. That's good. We got you. I'm going to turn you up just a little bit. I'm going to turn you up just a little bit. Let's see. How do I do that? There we go. There we go. That should do it. See, I got all the controls. Yeah, man.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2.
I didn't study.
Ah.
God damn. What was studying? What was studying? You think about that when you were studying for a test. What were you doing? You were memorizing the fucking answers.
Yep.
Memorizing to regurgitate. Yep.
That's it. That's it. I've known people that went through school with straight A's, man, and they're dumber than a bag of rusty hammers, man. I'm just like, wow, you know, and you think that that's some kind of merit, you know? Well, goddamn, give a diploma to my fucking minor bird over here. Jesus Christ, right? You think he repeats everything I tell him, right? God, I'm losing patience, guys. I'm losing patience. We should have already been fucking burning shit up by now, really. But
Yeah.
I already divorced myself from the system, anyways. But don't think I won't help y'all.
I've been out of it a long time.
Fucker come down, boy. I want to see this motherfucker come down 100%.
Coming up on 20 years.
Yeah.
2007.
Yeah. Listen, more and more people. We got to do it. Ditch
I'm
that
still,
motor
in,
vehicle
I'm still in
code.
it a little bit, but I'm out as far as I can go without getting in trouble. As far as I can go, man.
Well,
About where I am.
ride it till the wheels come off, man. That's the way I look at it. So did you see where Trump had some kind of fucking rally or something? And there was a heckler yelling out that he was a pedophile protector at one of his rallies. This ain't just some random speech.
Was he shooed away rapidly?
Oh no, he was at a podium when this was going on, man. Watch this.
No, I mean the guy.
Oh, I don't know. They didn't show what happened to the guy. At least I haven't seen any video of it yet. I just seen this a little bit ago.
Problems for your jobs. But now all of that is changing because I placed historic tariffs on foreign producers and manufacturers, including a 25% tariff on foreign automobiles, something that no other president had the courage to ever do.
Go home to mommy.
He's a communist. He's a communist.
Uh-huh.
Where would he get the idea that somebody was a communist because they called him a pedophile protector?
Well,
what political leaning does that have?
Because he's trying to sway by saying the people there, you know, he knows that all the people there are going to be, oh, they're taking our jobs.
I know.
That's all. It's that mentality. It's that mentality. People that are going to this shit at this point.
This little group of morons back here watching him and shit too. They don't know what fucking socialism is. They don't know what democratic socialism is. They don't know what communism is. They don't know the difference between capitalism and free market. They don't know shit. They're just
they know
like,
keywords.
They're the Glee Club. They're like a Glee Club or a fucking spirit group for a fucking high school football team or something.
They just hear the words and that's it. They just hear communist. Oh, he's a damn communist. They have no clue what the hell any of it means. They just hear a key word and it's a trigger word. That's all.
And the way this fucker talks too, they're so reliant on the binary thinking of people. Oh, you're not a Republican, you must be a Democrat. Yeah. What? No, I'm not a Democrat or a Republican. I'm an American. I'm a free man upon the land. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't need to be either one of those things. And I don't have to be in the system to point out to you how flawed and fucked up it is.
That's right.
You see, that's the reality of it. And people can't get that. They think, oh, if it's not this, it must be this. No, there's always the third option, babe. Always a third option.
That's why they narrow it down to two choices.
Yeah, there's still a third option. None of the above.
Yeah, exactly. What was that? Was from that movie, Brewster's Millions. Was it Brewster's Millions? When he goes and votes, he's got to spend I think $3 million to get 30 million.
Like he's going to do it in 24 hours or something.
He decides to run when his political campaign is none of the above. They're all crooked.
Oh yeah. I remember that now. That popped up on YouTube the other day. I was almost sat and watched it.
Do you think if I put a clip up, it would get
what from Brewster's Millions? No.
I'm gonna grab it.
I don't care about, because every fucking video I put out comes up with a thing that says your video can't be monetized. But this is what cracks me up. And I tell you what, if something gets cut out or you can't see the video, go to fucking Rumble. I'm not going to edit shit no more. Okay. I'm just not going to do it because that's the most ridiculous thing. They'll come up and there's an 8-second area where there's some song playing.
Yeah.
And I don't give a shit if you copyright on that. I'm not, fuck you. I don't care. I'm not monetized anyway. So, I don't really care. But they'll say, oh, your video can't be viewed in some territories or in some countries and shit. And I'm thinking, wait a fucking minute. If your rules on this whole internet are subject to an 8-second clip of a song that is somehow not allowed to be heard in some fucking country, what? No. So I just tell you all right now, I'm not cutting nothing out. If it comes up on here and they say, oh, it can't be viewed or whatever, go over to Rumble. Just go to Rumble. It's there, and it will be. So that's how we're going to run it from here on. And I'm tired of these fucking authoritarian sons of bitches. It's not that I have a problem with authority. I deny its existence. That's the reality of it. I don't view anyone as having authority over fucking dick. Nothing. I'm my own authority. And as long as I have the wisdom and the maturity to govern myself, which just entails making sure that my actions don't cause loss, injury, or harm.
Yeah.
Outside of that, fuck them. I have no need for somebody to give me directives and tell me what to do. If I need to know what to do, I know who to fucking ask. And I'm tired of them dumbing everything down for the stupidest kid in the class. That's what they did all through your school, too. They had to slow everything down for the dumbest motherfucker in the class, didn't they? Yeah. Well, that's what they do in society. Well, there's a guy who hurt himself on this thing, so we're going to ban those. Well, that guy was part of the selective breeding. That's how it goes. Can't put a fucking warning label on it. Back in 1972, you get a Dodge Charger, and the owner's manual will tell you how to set the fucking timing, right?
Yep.
You buy one today, it tells you don't drink the battery juice, man.
They would even give you a repair kit in the glove box that gave you an extra spark plug.
Yes.
A set of points.
Yeah.
A little tool so you could take it. You could open the trunk up.
That was a couple of tires. Yeah.
They took all that out now and replaced it with a digital fucking cop.
Yeah.
God damn it. I'm so sick of these goddamn bootlicking fucks all the time. Oh, if you're not doing anything wrong, you shouldn't have anything to worry about. Yeah, until they change the definition of something wrong.
Yeah.
Which they do all the fucking time. We live under a more authoritative fucking restricted society here in 2026 than I did in 1980. I can tell you that. And that was already past the fucking red line for me.
Yep.
I mean, you want to tell me what the sense is that you could actually go around and think you're a functional human being when you have to live under fucking custodial care? That's ridiculous, man. What's up, Lowry?
Hey.
Down there at the fucking Disco Cat studio.
I'm on an island, man. It's just like it's a kind of a pleasant
I've been
experience.
to Ocracoke. I've been to Ocracoke Island.
Yeah, it's
man.
I might get swept off the sandbar eventually through some, something, but I'll dig it while I'm here. How are you guys doing?
Oh, we're doing fucking fantastic, bro.
My
arms are sore. My arms are a little sore, man. We put finished plywood up on the ceiling of that deck that we're building.
Yeah.
And damn, man. You got to hold that shit up there, and somebody's over there with a fucking Brad nailer going, all right, here we go.
Are you saying you had to do work?
What?
You actually had to do work? Is that what you're saying?
I always have to do work, man. I have to do a lot of shit, man. I'm the youngest guy on the crew.
That's fucking virtue, man. Work is virtue, but not like the way that we, not in like a Orwellian kind of thing. But
listen, man, we have a good time. We have a good time. Everybody's friends, I mean, there's the bosses. You got the bosses. You got to do what they say and shit like it, But it's still, we joke around with each other. It's like, well, the one guy that's the owner of the crew, he was going up a ladder. He says, "Hey Dave, come on over here and hold the bottom of this ladder." And then he said something to me about something I forgot, and I says, "You might want to think about what I'm doing down here at the bottom of this ladder before you start running your fucking mouth." He says, "Boy, he's got brazen." That's all he says.
You know, I was thinking, like, I was thinking about the business of war, right? So, like, what is the cheapest way to do war?
Fire.
And I've been watching these fires, and you know, in Canada, and then now it's popping up in the Northwest, and now it's popping up in France and everything. Yeah. I was like, you know how cheap it is to just like have some like zombie brainwashed person go out and just start a fire somewhere, and you can burn colossal amounts of acreage and do a bunch of damage where you know beforehand you spent like $1 million on a smart missile, but if you can just get some clown to go out and start a fire, you know, somewhere, and then like this same thing, this never happened.
No, well, and
like
it's
before,
it's easier. It's easier now because they've been blanketing us with aluminum oxide, which of course is a fucking accelerant.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like war to me. Like if I was just to look at the maps and I would see like what's burning, I'd be like, it looks like war.
You know, you're viewed by the U.S. government as an enemy combatant, right?
I'm sure
Literally,
I am.
That's for real.
Yeah. I'm sure.
This place is fucked, man, and people don't even realize it. And this clown stands up in front of them, just says a bunch of stupid shit, and here's these goddamn dumbest fucking people in the world. So they go, like trained seals.
Taking her jabs.
Doesn't it feel like a bit of a show, Sov? Doesn't it feel like the whole thing is a fucking theater?
Communists and immigrants. Oh, they're all
it is Lowry
and shit.
It is.
I mean, I get a good kick out of like Sov, you fucking rambling about it, but it feels like a show. Yeah, D-Man. I was just like the more I watch it, the more ridiculous it gets by the day. Yeah. So now at this point in time, dude, you get to have the most fun. All you guys on this show, you just get to make fun of all this fucking stupid bullshit.
You have to.
You know,
I have to. I have to stay sane.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing else to do with it because there's no qualified answer for anything in the mainstream psyop narrative thing that they're trying to put. It's over. It's over. So like, you guys are doing it right. Just make fun of all of it and laugh about it because, dude, none of this will sustain ever.
Right?
It's that ridiculous.
Well, and you know, and this is the thing. I like fucking. I think it's funny because I like to play the game with these fucking people. And like I'll see these people that come on there talking about you know, all of the Democrats, they're gonna ruin America and this, that, and the other, and they're communists. And I said, and I'll put in there, I'll say, you know, both sides suck ass. You know? Yeah. I said the Republicans suck, the Democrats suck. What the fuck? How have you not realized this?
Yep.
Yet? What's wrong with your mind? And they'll still, because I said something about a Republican, they think, oh, you are a Democrat. And they'll start saying shit about Obama or about Biden and whatever. And I'm like,
it's just this back and forth.
Don't give a fuck about that guy. Yeah, but see, it blows their mind because they think, oh, yeah, I told him some stuff that Biden did. And I'm like, yeah, I know. He was an asshole too. They're all assholes. Why are you not getting the fact that they're all assholes? I've been watching this shit for 60 years, and you know what I've seen? A whole parade of assholes. Okay? A parade of assholes. Johnson, Nixon, Ford, Carter, Bush, Clinton, Bush, Obama, Reagan.
It's like Pong, that old Atari video game, Pong. Remember Pong?
Yeah, right. And they're all psychopaths. Every one of them is a fucking psychopath war criminal. Every single one of them.
Well, because nobody wants to recognize that this place is mismanaged. If this was a regular business or a corporation, it would be out of business. There's no way this place would run and stay in business.
It is a corporation, and it is failing. But unpurposely. I think the sabotage is coming from within, and it's on purpose. It's absolutely 100%.
I'm sure Ryan, your son, Sav, has talked about this, but the whole thing is a giant Ponzi scheme. Yeah. So they have to continue it until it fails, right?
Yeah.
They just have to continue it until it fails.
And the next
Yeah,
game
and
will
so,
come
like-
in. It's the same thing over and over and over and
over and over and over. It's just like a Ponzi scheme compounded. Right?
Yes.
over and over again.
Godzilla.
That's
the
probably
public-
why, like,
Michael
the dude that
Godzilla
ran
said-
away from, who's the dude that ran
He-
away from Wall Street, Madoff? He's like, dude, the whole place is a Ponzi scheme. What does my little Ponzi scheme matter in the biggest thing?
Right.
Not that he did something that was right, but it was like, dude, he knew that it's all a Ponzi scheme. The Federal Reserve is a Ponzi scheme. It's just fake.
Well, look what Godzilla says here too. This is exactly what I'm saying, and I think that's part of what the black and white checkers is. The public is trained to think in terms of dichotomies, always black or white. This way, it's easier to pit them against each other and faster to get them there. And that's what I try to tell these people. I'm like, look, man, your enemy is not the Republicans or the Democrats. It's the government. Okay? The government is your enemy. They want to kill you. They want to subject you, and they want to control you. They are your enemy. Doesn't matter whether they wear a little donkey or an elephant or if they wear a little penis on their shirt. They are the fucking enemy.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah,
I
burn
mean,
it
there's
out.
not really much else to like extend on that. It's just what it is.
Yep.
I mean, govern the mind, government, the
Yes.
mind. It's right there in the words. You know,
And
you don't have
why
to, like, look too
someone
much further.
why someone would feel that they need someone to control them is beyond me. Okay, I control myself, and I do quite well at it. You know, in fact,
What do you call that?
I've
What do you
never
call that
killed-
when you're?
I've never killed anybody that didn't deserve it. You know that, right?
Your kidnapper. You suddenly love your kidnapper. What is that called?
Stockholm syndrome.
Stockholm
Stockholm
syndrome. I was
syndrome.
just talking about that today.
Think about that on a mass scale, and that's what we have.
I
That's just really
think
what
that,
it is.
I think that they've just got people so running around in the rat race that people don't have time to pay attention to anything or even to notice anything anymore. Even if they get to the point where they do start to kind of think about stuff, they say, well, there's nothing I could do about it anyway, so who cares? And that's
Yeah, yeah.
just the mindset of the Joe Blow.
That's
you
the
know.
give up.
Yeah.
I'm just giving up. I don't care. I don't
Yeah.
have enough time to deal with this. And I get it. I do get it. If you're raising kids and you're running out of energy, you don't have any. You have no time to apply your third eye and get really into the topics
Yeah.
of the day. I get it, but it's like it's also cowardice. It's like, dude, fuck off. Your kids are worth it. Fucking stop using your kids for an excuse to not fucking be a man. Stop cucking.
Right.
Stop doing that.
Stop with the appeal to authority. Call the police. Call 911. Jesus Christ, man. Take
seen it.
action. Be actionable. Don't be reactionary. Be actionable. That's what we need. Everybody expect, well, I don't have the right suit. What was I watching a video? This people's house was on fire. They're waiting on the fire department, and they're out there with a hose putting out the fire until as the fire department is on their way, and the cop arrests them because they're not qualified to fight a fire. Makes them put down the fucking hose, go sit on the ground and all this other shit. And I'm like, motherfucker, you're going to have to fucking make me. And you're going to be part of that fire if you try to stop me from putting it out. Fuck you. Oh, well, I tell you what, man, I've lived my life. I'm done. I'm good. Don't fuck with me. I will I will fucking hurt you, man.
They were just trying to protect and serve them.
Well, we couldn't help but notice you weren't doing anything wrong, so we decided to come over and give you some fucking government.
There isn't any scenario that government steps into that makes it better, ever.
No
Every time they step
situation
into
you
something,
can't
it's
make-
always worse.
No situation you can't make worse by calling the police.
Yep.
That's just how it is right there. What's this you got, bro?
Oh, don't
keep crushing,
That
guys.
have
I'll
a good
keep
one, Larry.
tuning in. Cheers.
What's that link back there, bro?
Don't bother with it.
Oh,
it's a short, but it's don't bother with it.
Okay.
It's kind of stupid. I went and got the
that really
avatars and made it made it the avatar in the window instead.
Oh, and this is pretty good. Well, this is another one. This is part of how they keep you in this fucking darkness, too. And real quick, this is pretty good.
Alcohol means body-eating spirit, al-kul in Arabic, hence why vodka is called spirit. Jinn is a jinn, which are invisible creatures in early religions. This is where jinx comes from. When you jinx something, it means bad luck because the spiritual planes is what they are hiding from you. They want you to believe everything is just physical. Jay-Z's alcohol brand has a Knight Templar symbol called the Cross of Lorraine, which is one of the highest orders of Freemasonry. Alcohol destroys the connection between your oversoul and your physical body by destroying brain cells, which then makes you more vulnerable for demons to enter your electromagnetic field and take control. Society is being ran by an ancient dark cult, which uses black magic and the dark usage of alcohol. Why do you think these are illegal and this is legal?
Yeah, makes sense.
Alcohol.
Yeah. It's become such a societal norm. You see, that they go, that's not, yeah, there's drunk driving, and they don't want to look at if you look at it, it's one of the most socially debilitating drugs out there. I mean, think about this. There's a lot of people, they get nothing good ever comes from it, but there comes from spousal abuse, child abuse, fights happen all the time, and violent over stupid shit, over the most mundane stupid shit too.
I told you about my friend.
Mm-hmm.
He's the nicest guy in the world. Irish kid. I hung around with him for years. Nicest kid. If you got 4 or 5 drinks in him, 4 or 5 vodkas, or a couple mixers in a beer, a couple beers in him, he'd throw down. Somebody would bump into him by accident and say, "Oh, I'm sorry." And what the fuck is wrong with you? You gotta come up and stop pushing. I mean, just like that. Snap a finger.
Jesus. Yeah.
Just could never figure out why he was in trouble all the time and why all these things were happening to him. And it wasn't his fault. It's like, oh, God. I told him, dude, stay away from alcohol.
Yeah. Listen, it's just it's not really for anybody. I mean, it really isn't. But some people are affected more than others, and it ends up being a real problem in their life.
Yeah.
And it has a funny way of getting you to blame those problems on everything but that.
Yeah.
And then when it's when you get confronted to where there's no other explanation,
I don't have any problem.
Right. So I need to cut back. It's not I need to quit. I need to cut back. And they start self-imposing rules on themselves like, well, I won't drink any brown liquor, or I'll only drink after 6. Or, listen, if you got to place those restrictions on yourself, you have a problem.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all. And what's going to happen? You're going to do so good at following your little rules that you're going to end up rewarding yourself.
Yeah.
You're going to reward yourself, and then it's off to the races. Yeah.
I'll go out with the guys only this weekend.
I played that game for years, man. I played that game for years. It don't look. It's always ends up go directly to jail. Do not collect money. Every fucking time.
Yeah.
But anymore, no. Look, this government's illegitimate. The whole fucking thing is illegitimate. They sealed it. They sealed it with that. They sealed it.
Now everybody knows.
Yep. So this guy gives you some good advice.
This is a flock camera, one of about 100,000 installed across the United States to watch over you and keep you safe. But there are criminals among us who believe that these violate their privacy and human rights. These hooligans are going out and purchasing battery-operated reciprocating saws like this one and 6-inch Diablo steel demon blades, knowing it's more efficient and quieter than angle grinders. They go out dressed in non-identifying disposable clothing, including work gloves and full face coverage so as to not display the color of their skin, their eyes, their hair color, or their tattoos. Of course, these people people are careful, so they make purchases in cash and keep no receipts. In preparation of their illicit activities, these vile individuals use deflock.org to pick a target and plan a route that avoids camera detection. With all phones, smartwatches, and geolocating devices left at home, these villains know if they're not caught in the act, they'll get away scot-free. I've set up a demonstration on my private property to show you just how efficient the lunatics have become. With their saw wrapped in a trash bag, they approach from behind the camera's line of sight and tear right through this black aluminum alloy post. Hopefully Flock has secured the cameras a little better so they don't get a personal injury lawsuit. Once these degenerates have destroyed the post, they go for the camera too, even the solar panel. They're thorough in their destruction to ensure maximum monetary loss, and they always leave the remnants behind as a visceral message to all. After this, the cold-hearted anarchist makes their predetermined getaway, casually yet swift. By adhering to this specific set of principles, this wild subculture of flock hunters ensures that their MO is always the same. The modus operandi never changes. That way, if one of their members is picked up by law enforcement, they will face one charge of vandalism, but tying them to any previous or subsequent acts of destruction will be nearly impossible for the prosecutor. Some say flock hunters are domestic terrorists, others true patriots protecting our rights, our freedom, and our future. As for me, well, I'm just an unbiased, independent journalist.
No, that's terrible, those people doing that.
So terrible.
Because after all, they're just trying to make us safe.
That's right. You want to make sure that no banditos come and grab you in the park.
Yes.
On the side of the highway while you're driving at 80 miles an hour.
Yes, listen, they're trying to keep us safe. Safety, it's the mantra of tyrants and the creed of slaves.
And you know what's going to happen when those a jillion of those cameras get cut down? They'll just go and reassess your property and take more money from you so they can put new ones up.
Cool. Poke the bear harder. Poke the bear just a little bit harder. That's the answer to all your problems.
And jack up your motor vehicle fees and your license fee and your water taxes and your and this and that.
So what's going to happen when that's outside of the range of affordability for people, right? They're going to say, you know what? Fuck you. I'm not having a license. I'm not having plates. I'm not doing any of that fucking shit. I'm not registering my vehicle. It's household goods and I am traveling. I am piloting my personal conveyance, which is listed under household goods. I am not engaged in an act of commerce.
Well, the government will step in and give subsidies to the company so they can put them back up. And then when the money collapses, they'll say, oh, great, perfect. Now we can create digital currency. And now you'll always have to have your phone on you so that we can geotrack you everywhere you are. Hey, look at that.
Yeah, it's
for my safety.
And that's what the insurance companies are doing now too, man. The insurance companies want you to download their app and they want to track your phone.
Yeah, they want to put a thing in your car. They try they try to do it with me. They tried to give me a little Wi-Fi box thing that goes in the glove box. And they said, "Oh, if we study your driving habits,
they actually made me download an app on my phone that tracks my driving."
Who did?
But the insurance company.
Go to hell. Okay. I'd be like, cancel my insurance.
Well, I mean, I did cancel that insurance, but to initially buy the vehicle, I had to download this app on my phone, and then I realized it was tracking, like, anytime I was in a vehicle, it was tracking my travel. So I would ride with someone. If they were speeding, it would say that I was speeding. And it was like I was riding with somebody. I wasn't even in my car.
Matt,
but it was tracking my phone.
Matt, they'll have to ticket you for your safety.
Not my car. It was tracking my phone.
We had a thing that they had us. You put it into your, that little diagnostic thing.
Yeah.
Where you you plug it into that, and you keep it on there. I think for a month, and if you get good reviews in it, you get a discount on the insurance. And it's like, if you're, based on your driving habits. Well, shit, I didn't have no problem. That's only a month. Mine got reduced. Because I don't speed, I've never had a fucking ticket. Drunk driving is the only ticket I've ever had. And then since the last 15 years, I have not had a single solitary ticket at all. None. I remember once when I first came back here to Virginia, I got pulled over in Front Royal, and legitimately I was going over the speed limit because I didn't realize it was a 4-lane road, but it was only 25 miles an hour. And I didn't realize it. So, I told the cop that, and I still had California tags and shit. And he says, "Oh, that's all right." He says, "I said, I haven't been through this area in years, man." I said, "I didn't even know this was 25 through here." I said, "I'm glad you told me though, because I probably would have done it again." And he said, "Okay, no problem, man." And he let me go. He didn't even give me a warning or anything. So I don't get pulled over. I just don't. They avoid me. They probably run my shit, and they know, oh no, we don't want to fuck with that guy.
When I brought the car over to the dealership, the car I got rated, I think 32 or 33 combined mileage. Mine was 34, and the guy said, "Wow, this thing, you got good mileage out of this." I said, "Well, I don't drive it like a dick. I'm not flying on the road."
David Koresh says that he's very careful when he drives drunk now. I haven't drank in over 15 years, man. So
I don't drink and drive.
I don't drink at all. There's no good can come of it. I slammed hard on the brakes to not hit a deer with one of those stupid insurance spies in my car, and they considered that to be dangerous. I took that fucker out there.
Smash it with a hammer. It would be like, bye.
Yeah, we need to have that attitude toward everything. Yeah. Everything government. Anything government is evil. That's all there is to it. And it's illegitimate. It is not what we signed up for. And if you continue to participate in it, then it just puts you in the same category. It just puts you in the same category. So you're aiding and abetting a crime by paying taxes because you're paying it to a foreign entity that has subverted and taken over our government here in the United States. It is no longer legitimate.
Nope.
They violated the Constitution of the United States in every way, shape, or form. That means that the United States, as described by the Constitution, no longer fucking exists. So don't aid and abet the enemy. And believe me, the government is your enemy. It is as bad as they say it is, and they are out to get you. Okay?
Worse.
Know that. Know that. Putting aluminum in the air, getting mercury in the vaccines and everything. Y'all ever seen what happens when you combine aluminum and mercury? Y'all ever seen that before?
I've never seen it.
Watch this. Looks like more gallons, don't it?
Yep, sure does. Doesn't it look like the shit that they keep digging out of people's veins after they're dead?
Except not rubbery. This stuff is real stiff. Of course, the only two elements we were using was mercury and aluminum, right?
Yeah.
And so there's other things in your body as well that probably
minerals.
But the thing is this: I mean, there's aluminum. We know that mercury will amalgamate with metals. but not iron.
Heavy metals.
Right. Yeah. Well, aluminum's not a heavy metal. That's the amalgamation result right there. That's how they make. They used to make fillings, gold and silver fillings.
Yeah, yeah.
They take and put mercury and mix it with the gold, and it makes an amalgam. And then they put it in the cavity or wherever they drilled at, and then it solidifies. So, knowing that they're putting mercury in your body, knowing that they've got aluminum as an adjutant in the fucking vaccine, no wonder everybody's goddamn sick.
Yep.
No wonder. Oh, we need healthcare. No, we need to find out why the fuck everybody's sick.
They were putting SV40 in it before that. Remember SV40?
Yeah. Isn't for a second there? I was like, isn't that band that sings Red Red Wine?
That's UB40.
UB40. No shit, man. Red Mercury. Oh my God. Yeah. So here's this old cop, and he's a Chief Lauren Culp. I don't know where he's a cop at, but listen to this.
Some cops need to hear this. Some won't want to hear it, but the good ones will. The badge does not make you the boss of free people. Respect is earned. Authority is limited. And the Constitution doesn't disappear just because someone is wearing a uniform. Most people are not anti-police. They are anti-abuse. They are anti-bullying. They are because I told you so. A good officer understands that rights are not an obstacle to the job. Rights are part of the job. If someone asks, am I being detained? That's not disrespect. If someone says, I do not consent to searches, that's not suspicious. That's not a challenge. If someone records in public, that's not a threat. That is a citizen who understands their rights. And here's the truth. The cops who get offended by people knowing their rights are exactly why people need to know them. So no, this is not about hating the police. I'm one, and I have been for years. This is about reminding everyone, including those that wear the badge, that public servants are first and foremost servants of the public. Ego-driven policing is ruining it for good cops. Do you think more people knowing their rights makes police work harder, or do you think that it preserves our rights and keeps everyone safer? Leave me an answer in the comments. I read them all.
Yeah, it didn't say where he's a chief of police at, but wow, that was refreshing to hear out of a cop, I think. Which countries are the healthiest? What do we got? Singapore is the top one. Japan, Switzerland, Spain. God, where are we at? On here. The US, way down here. Can you blow that up any?
I don't know. Well, it's just a picture, so you should be able to click on it and scroll in.
No, I can't. It's just
it says Singapore, Japan, Switzerland, Spain, South Korea, UK.
What's those numbers represent? Is what I'm looking at, the 2.45 and that.
Oh, hold on, let me look. I should have looked at this.
It's a scale of how healthy the health.
Yeah, health. Yeah, it's a
from -2 to 2.5.
Child mortality, food and access, and other factors. So the middle is the middle's in the middle of the road. Anything to the right is advanced. Anything to the left is bad, really bad.
Yeah, India, they shit in the street, man.
Oh yeah, dude. I've seen videos of people scooping getting water from the thing, and some guy next to her is taking his shit.
Oh my God.
It's like, wow.
Wow, man.
Mexico, Brazil, Russia, and Mexico are almost zero. And then,
Yeah.
of course, the worst are Indonesia, India, and South Africa. South Africa, the worst at 1.73, minus 1.73. We're 1.33.
So yeah.
China's
Yeah.
right below us. Saudi Arabia's below them. Then Argentina and Turkey.
God, I wonder if diet's got a lot to do with that.
Probably does. Environmental shit, I'm sure. Like.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Less toxins in your soil and shit like that.
I mean, desert countries have a lot more respiratory problems too because of the high, the dust, and same thing with like Southern California. Living in the desert has a lot of asthma and what do you call it? It's from all the particulate. Yeah.
Listen, man. Hey, what would you do if you actually ran across a giant? I mean, what do you think your feelings about that would be?
What do you mean, like a giant person, or?
Yeah, like a giant, like one of these people that them big doors was built for and shit.
Oh, well, I mean, obviously, I'm not going to piss him off.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Andre the Giant walked right by me at the Boston Garden in the early 1980s, and mid 1980s. I was probably I was probably 13, 12.
Yeah.
And holy Christ, he was gigantic. Definitely 7 feet. But just his hand, when he was waving, it just looked massive. It looked like he had a glove on. Like his hand was huge. I mean, to me,
like
that
Wilt
was a
Chamberlain. Like Wilt Chamberlain, that fucking guy was huge, man.
Well,
that guy was gargantuan.
Well, very tall and and slender like a basketball player. Like you would see a basketball player very fit. Andre the Giant is just thick. He
big
walked
head
by. Yeah, just everything was supersized. I mean, even when he was just walking by, waving his hand, even just the scale of being like 5 feet from you, his hand was ginormous.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, holy Christ. It's like
Look
a
at
bear
these
paw.
birds. Look at these birds, man.
You think that's real, though?
I don't know, man. I'm just saying, if you used to run across a guy that was that big, and like Paul Bunyan, was that guy real, do you think?
No.
I don't know, man.
I think it's like saying that the Jolly Green Giant's real. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know, man, because Paul Bunyan was just basically like he was a giant. And every legend now, as far as some of the tall tales that are told, that's a little different. But I think that there probably was a giant working forestry or logging or something like that. And there was a lot of legends maybe born from that. Every legend is born in truth. Just stories get stretched a lot. No pun intended. Anyway, let's see what this is.
What if giants really did exist, and they were erased from history after the fall of Tartaria? According to one theory, long before the world we know today, there existed an advanced civilization known as Tartaria. But it wasn't ruled by ordinary people. It was protected by giants. Stories of giant beings appear in nearly every ancient culture on Earth. The Nephilim in the Bible, the Titans of Greece, the Jötnar of Norse mythology, the giants of Native American traditions. Civilizations separated by thousands of miles, all telling remarkably similar stories. The theory claims these weren't myths, they were memories. Then came the reset. The giants disappeared. The civilization they protected vanished. And history began again. Some point to enormous stone doorways, massive staircases, and buildings with oversized windows as evidence that these cities were designed for beings much larger than modern humans. Others argue those features have conventional architectural explanations. But according to the theory, the giants weren't simply forgotten. They were intentionally erased, along with the civilization they once guarded. Because if giants really were the guardians of Tartaria, then the greatest mystery isn't whether they existed. It's why every civilization remembered them, only for modern history to tell us they never did.
That's why I say, man, legends are born in truth.
I mean, we have all our lives seen very tall people, 7 feet plus, basketball players. Robert Wadlow was one. What was he? 8 or 9 feet tall. The thing about the reason I brought up Andre the Giant, he never stopped growing. He had some kind of problem with him that his body never stopped. So even when he was like on his deathbed, he was still growing every day. So he was getting bigger, and this, I mean, I understand that the body can do a lot of things. It can just continuously keep growing. So I mean, could giants come from people who have some kind of problem and they just never stop growing? Absolutely. But would they be like as tall as a skyscraper? I don't know.
I don't know about all that. Well, those would have been the Titans, like from Greek mythology.
Yeah.
The Titans. The apocryphic texts describe Adam as being, what was it? 60 cubits, which is about 100 feet. I'm getting echo from you, Brian.
Shit, man.
All right. But yeah, that's so I don't know, man. And some of those doors that they have to put a human-sized door in, like a dog door for these fucking people. I'm like, who built that? Who set that? Who balanced that fucking door?
Yeah.
I mean, you got to go through a lot to balance a door. You really do. I mean, with just a normal size door. I mean, hell, today we put the railings up and the gate that we were putting back on. You got to get it to a point like you can open it up halfway and it should just sit there. If it swings out, then it's too far out. If it swings in, it's too far in. You got to get the top and the bottom absolutely 100% plumb in order for that to be in balance. And I'm looking at these bronze doors that are like 40 feet tall. And I'm like, who the fuck set that?
Yeah, I know shit.
That's a lot of things people go, wow, that's really a big door and shit. But when I'm looking at stuff like that, I'm always going, all right, what went into making that, man? There's like,
I mean, just the scale of building, even just the frame for it.
Yes.
Never mind putting copper sheathing, giant copper, heavy ass copper sheathing. I mean, even just the weight that the actual door would have to, I mean, just the construction to hold a door that big.
Right.
Would be massive. I mean, even just think about the framing, even just the
well,
framing.
You got to figure it was the door itself was built laying down.
Yeah.
Okay. And somebody had to stand that son of a bitch up. They had to do something to stand it up and then put it in the door, get it just right to be on the hinge, and then balance that thing so that it was perfectly plumb. I mean, come on, man. That's not little people like us are doing shit like that, especially when there's no functional purpose for a door that big.
Yeah. And you wouldn't be able to get hundreds of people around there to pick the door up either, because it just
once you get up 6 feet, then what? Yeah, well, you got ropes and pulleys pulling. You're not going to float that by me. Donkeys Inc., right?
Yeah.
Donkeys Incorporated. Not going to float it by me. But yeah, that just fascinates the shit out of me. It's like, I mean, I even look at like, I know that there was a lot more hard work went into shit back in the day. Like I was watching at Free State of Jones, and they had to rebuild a church. And I'm looking at this guy's out there with a fucking drawing knife, and they got an auger and, some kind of mallet, not even a claw hammer, and I'm like, holy shit, they're just taking raw, rough lumber. They have to shape it. They have to cut it with hand saws, no less. And the steel wasn't as good back in the day either. So, whoa, man. How much really going into that shit,
What's that place in South America where they cut the stones so fine, like right up perfectly? I forget what it's called. It's not Machu Picchu.
Isn't it Puma Punku or something?
Yeah. Where they're showing the cuts in the stone, and I was like, "There's no way that
I know
some guy sat there and hand did one of those stones." You would have to have people working on that 24/7 their entire life to get the stones that fine and that sanded and that smooth with no gap. from 1,000, 2,000 years ago, or whatever it was, insane number, and they're like, there's no way this was just done with some guy with a friggin', with a saber tooth and a rock. Not happening.
I know, yeah. There's a deer antler in a rock.
Yeah. You'd have to do that for this whole life to do one stone. It's like, no, that wasn't happening.
And this little story that's took with everybody that they got in their little indoctrination program that they're all forced to go through. We've known this for 2,500 years. I'm like, motherfucker, you don't even know what happened 25 years ago, much less 2,500 years ago.
Yeah.
We see them changing history in real time all the time. We see them lying about current events. Something will happen. Everybody knows what the fuck happens, but what they got this story, right? And then ages down the road, that's the narrative. And it's like, no, that ain't what the fuck happened. What are you talking about? Even to this day, the textbooks of history classes around America will state that Lee Harvey Oswald assassinated John F. Kennedy. And everybody knows that that's horse shit. Nobody believes that fucking story. But that's what it's going to say. You see? That's bullshit, man.
The other thing they did at that place, too, is they cut star cut holes. And they're the shape of a star.
Yeah.
It's like no way somebody was sitting there doing that and going, there's no way. It would have to be your life work.
It would. You'd spend all week on one fucking block, one side of a block, working every day or more. Come on, man. You can't convince me that this was done the way that they tell us. Not one bit.
Yeah, there had to be something else to it. The same thing with the pyramids, though. I mean, you look at something like that and you really see the scale of it and you think, okay, guys could lift these rocks, but how long would it take to stack that many of those stones up and get them up to something that high? And same thing, it would have to be your life's work. You would have to literally spend your entire life to build that thing. Never mind feeding all the horses, stalls.
I think they knew more. Especially about nature as well.
Yeah.
And I always think back on Ed Leedskellenen. Do you know who he was? He built Coral Castle in Homestead, Florida.
Yeah, I think I've heard about Coral Castle.
Yeah, the guy was a little 5'5" Latvian dude. And he built it to try to get his love of his life to come over and marry him, but she never did. But he had these blocks of coral delivered. They were huge. And he'd tell the driver that brought it, just go have your lunch or whatever. He says, I'll get this off here, don't worry. And the guy'd come back and there it was. He wouldn't let nobody watch him work. But he'd have the thing unloaded. There it was. And all these coral structures that he carved and placed, and he claimed he knew the secrets to how they built the pyramids, and I tend to believe it. He had a door thing in there that was made out of coral, big huge slab of it, and it was balanced so well that you could push it open with just your finger. You could just push it open with just your finger. Well, it broke. And then they brought in engineers from all over the place. Nobody could figure out how to fucking fix it.
I'll put a link in the back to a bunch of screenshots from it from a website.
Oh, the Coral Castle?
Yeah, it's the last link. That's wild looking.
Yeah, and he left clues. For people to try to figure out how he did this.
Did he have a manifesto?
Oh, kind of. Yeah, look at this shit. You will be seeing unusual accomplishment. Ed, that's what he put in there. He built this by himself. Now, there was a story that I'd read where these kids, everybody in the area was kind of, this guy's weird, man. How's he doing this? And these kids hid in the bushes and watched him, I guess. And they went home and they told their parents, we know how the man moves the stones. And they said, how? And it says he uses ice cream cones. Well, it's interesting because these conical objects were found amongst the things that he left.
Would you roll them on him?
No, he was using frequency. He was using sound and frequency. That's what I believe. I think he was using that, man. And you look, you'll see there's the symbolism in a lot of this. There's lead, there's mercury. I mean, look at that little tiny man, and he built all this by himself. There's a rocking chair somewhere too that he made out of it. A big rocking chair you can get in and it rocks. That's amazing, isn't it? Look at that. Drop 10 cents, admission 10 cents, drop below. Those are clues. Those are clues. 10 cents at the time was what? Who was on the dime in the 30s? Mercury. Mercury, drop below. It's a clue. Yeah, there's a lot more. If you get a chance, folks, go and look on YouTube too. They have there's a lot of different videos showing all the stuff and some of the equipment he left behind, this really strange gear-like mechanism. But to this day, no one's been able to actually figure out what all the clues together to unlock the secret. But that's the kind of clues he left. Admission 10 cents, drop below. What does dropping below Mercury mean? What does that mean? See, and the more clues you put together, it starts to make sense, but it's not everybody can figure them out.
Yeah. I think I've heard of that place, though. I think I have seen it in the past.
Oh, yeah, it's the tourist attraction. And then he died alone. The woman rejected his proposal even after he built that. So I don't know.
Dedication.
He might have been an asshole, though. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, you never know.
So, did you see that video Amagansett Press put out today?
No.
Oh my God, man! Oh, he was in this town, and everything was, everybody was really receptive. They're like, "Oh man, I watch you all the time." People coming up to him in businesses, talking to him and everything. Well, then these people come out and started yelling at this foreigner to move his car or something. Anyways, there was a little bit of an altercation there. And this guy got all pissed off and come up and started fighting with Jason.
Bro.
You had a hold of his thing and the wife come up and kicked him in the nuts. I'm not shitting, man.
I'm going to have to watch it. I watched Mike KULT News today. He was at a bank today, I think some bank, and some woman told him, "Hey, hang right here. I'll be right back." And she went inside and called the police on him. The police came and she walked outside. He said, "You called the police because you're uncomfortable?" He's like, "Oh my God, you're uncomfortable." I love when he does that. He's like, "Should I start a GoFundMe for you because you're uncomfortable?"
Right. God. Right. That that woman and the man both got arrested too.
They should.
And the guy was acting like a complete fucking asshole right in front of his kids too. They started crying. Jason pepper sprayed him in the face. He ended up pepper spraying the dude in the face, and that ended that part of it.
Yeah.
And then he was all indignant because he got sprayed in the face and shit like that. It didn't matter. A cop came up. The cop says, "Oh, hey, I watch your stuff all the
time." They all know who he is.
Yeah, bro. I thought that was pretty fucking good.
I just think it's crazy that people react this way, yet they have no clue that there's friggin' these flock cameras all over their neighborhood. They're being taken photos. They're being taken in every store they go in. They have a friggin' device in their hand that's taking pictures of them. They use it as a dash cam. It's taking pictures of them as they drive. They're doing all this shit. The street lights have cameras. They're not pissed off at any of that. But they're pissed off at you because you're standing there with the camera. Okay.
Yeah.
This is the mentality. These are voters. Think about that for a minute. If we go back where we were, these are the people that are voting. They don't even have the sense enough to say, yeah, he is kind of right. Yeah, there is cameras all over the place. Shit. You know, like, it's not that type of person. It's just not. It's just like these are the people that are fucking running this shit. You got to be shitting me. Got to be shitting me.
Shorty there is asking about, did I miss talking about the person shitting themselves into amnesia? No, I just put that up as a thumbnail because I saw that and I was like, you got to be kidding me, man. This is representative of what we have, you know? And that story, that whole thing right there would probably get more traction than anything about the Israel-American merger bullshit. None of that. Oh, we don't care. No. Oh my God, somebody shit their brains out. Dude, they died.
She looked like she's been having a rough time with the shitting.
God, yeah, that would, boy, that'd have to be a hell of a log you're pushing to lose 10 years of memory.
You're like, I don't know who I am. Where am I? Who are you people?
God, how's that? Well, that's one of those people whose brain is connected to their ass. There's a lot of them around. So
ass brains.
Anyway, with those now listen, with those flat cameras, don't be fooled. This is the psyop. This is why they're allowing all these videos out about chopping them down and everything else like that, because while you're all busy fighting the fucking flock, they're quietly putting in Axon cameras in every fucking street light in America.
Yeah. Time to stop buying a mask, and then people start wearing masks. They'll be like, "Oh, can't wear a mask. That's been banned. We're under arrest."
Yeah, well, I don't agree. I didn't agree to that contract, so fuck off.
You know the chain. You know how they'll do it.
UCC 1-308. Always stand on your common law rights. Always. In fact, tell the cop that right off the bat as soon as I stand under UCC 1-308. What's that mean? Don't worry about it. Your body camera on? Is your body camera on? Because the judge will know.
Yeah. David Koresh called it papaya amnesia.
Anyway, these things, they say they're just automatic license plate readers, right? Well, no. No. Listen to this. This is pretty good.
On today's episode of Double Plus Ungood, the license plate reader that doesn't need a license plate. Michigan State Police ran 54 searches on Kalamazoo City's flock cameras. Not one of them used a plate. One was hunting a U-Haul trailer with a zebra. Anyway, here's what that means. A license plate reader is supposed to read a license plate. You give it a plate number, it tells you everywhere that car has been. These 54 searches had no plate at all. Someone just typed a sentence and the camera went and found the car. White Dodge Challenger, black hood, black roof. A camouflage Jeep being towed. Truck with blue kayaks. Silver Nissan Pathfinder with a sticker in the rear window, no plate. White Ram, quad cab, plate undetected. No number, no plate, just a description in plain English. That is not a camera reading a plate. That's an AI matching a description to every car it has ever seen.
Yep.
And every one of the 54, the system said yes. No warrant, no plate, approved on the spot 54 times. Select cities' movements. That's the mosaic. And here's the part that should bug you. These weren't the city's own cops. It was the state police typing sentences into cameras your city paid for 54 times, and the machine found the car every time it could. Remember the zebra? Somebody typed U-Haul trailer with a zebra, and the AI went looking. It didn't find something that specific by luck. It found it because it's watching everything that drives past. And it does the same with your car the second someone types the right sentence. I didn't get this from a leak. These are Kalamazoo's own records. They told me these logs weren't something they keep. I appealed, and they handed me all 54, along with about 140,000 others. So here's your call. A license plate reader keeping your street safe, or an AI dragnet building a dossier one sentence at a time.
Yep.
You tell me in the comments.
Yep. Where you going? Where you driving? Where you parked? Everywhere you've been. All your every store you've gone, every place you've driven. I told you. I don't know. You muted. I'm sorry.
So that's some crazy shit, man. It just is. It's just, what the fuck? I thought for sure we would have burnt this motherfucker down before it got to this point. You know?
Oh, they love their enslavement.
I wonder what they so desperately don't want you to see in Antarctica. Demonstrations of threats by military when attempting to independently fly over the ice wall into Antarctica. Watch this. Dun, 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 dun.
And we're going to be going rogue. We're going to fly into that no-fly zone, and we're going to see how the Air National Guard does it. They scramble the fighter jets to come. Take off. We're off. Flying for miles and miles until... Okay, we've just entered the no-fly zone now. Our pilots aren't talking to air traffic control, ignoring their calls to reach them. That triggers an alarm at the Air National Guard base. These fighter pilots scrambling to their jets. They're on alert and ready to take action 24 hours a day. Today, racing to their F-16s, suiting up, climbing on board, and rushing to the runway. Taking off to intercept our rogue Cessna, reaching the target in just minutes. This is the view from the F-16. That's my Cessna right there. Intimidating as you would think it would be. Look at that fighter jet. He's right off our wing. Another F-16 swooping in on the right, calling us on aviation frequencies.
Yeah, but intercepted. If you hear this transmission, start the radio call and rock your wing.
He wants us to identify ourselves. We're a rogue aircraft, remember, for this demonstration, so we're not going to respond at all and see what this fighter jet.
Ordered to turn to the northwest.
The fighter jet giving us one last warning. After all of this, the pilot still won't listen. The plane won't leave the airspace.
It will kill you.
Down?
If required, we'll execute the rules of engagement per the commander of the North American Aerospace Defense Command. And yes, we would do that.
Shoot the plane down.
If it meets the rules of engagement, yes, we would, to defend the airspace.
Entering restricted airspace. You are ordered to turn west immediately. If you do not follow these instructions, you may be fired upon.
Just in case you're not awake yet, the reason these government agencies had the flat earth in their logo is because they know where we live. And they get paid to protect that edge if you ever try to go.
Somebody took the whole earth and cut out a small circle. Then they took that circle and wrapped it around a sphere and told you that's where you live. That's all there is. How would you know? Now imagine that our world is a much larger, expansive plain with many world ponds, and they did the same thing with a small section of one pond. They cut it out and wrapped it around the sphere and said, "This is where you live. This is all there is, and you're not allowed to explore south." How would you know? It's time to break the matrix of the globe Earth mind prison.
You know what I just thought of? Every single plane that you could imagine, just all going dun 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 dun, dun, just everything freaking. Holy shit! There's like 700 planes. Every jet, every balloon, everybody. Fuck you, we're going that way.
You got Flight of the Valkyrie playing on loudspeakers.
Every airline, all fucking bamboo planes and all kinds of shit. Just what the hell?
Oh,
you're not getting any feedback off me, Dave.
No, you're good now.
Brilliant, mate.
Good to see you.
Hey, did you see that? Did you see that? The fittest flat earther. He put a TikTok video on, and it was some explorer years ago. He took a picture of this mountain in the Antarctic. Yeah, and behind it does look like some sort of solid barrier. Have you not seen the video of it, mate?
I've seen it. Yeah, it's like a textured.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Like a textured wall.
Yeah, and the more I looked at it, the more I was convinced, mate.
Yeah, it almost has like a what's that? Like a flannel pattern.
Yeah.
Like a soft
shirt. Yeah, textured one. Yeah.
That's not what I want.
Just imagine.
We don't know fuck all.
Just imagine that fucking every plane is going in that direction. It's like 800 planes. Just everybody going out to the edge, just going in different directions. How would you stop? How would they stop it? They wouldn't. every boat. Imagine the fucking like. Oh man, that's the first thing I thought. It was like it was the Flight of the Valkyries. Oh, there's a plane coming! Holy shit! Airships and friggin'.
I watched one of them newer Star Wars movies earlier, and I make so much fucking jokes about that shit. I just do all the time. The shit that they do. And I'm like, oh look at all the little vagina faced people. I mean, like, god damn, man, it's just like some of the stupidest shit on that. It's like Princess Leia gets sucked out into space and uses the Force to not die from it and shit. And I'm like, no, I'm not buying any of this shit now. Come on. Of course, I think that it took a turn for the worse once Disney got a hold of it anyways. Everything Disney touches is like when Trump touches something, they fuck it up.
Yeah.
Symbolism over substance. They're like that too. Oh, look, Disney's going to put out fucking Snow White and it's a black girl. What? No. Come on.
Well, they have to, keep everybody happy. Sure, they got it in 800 languages.
This I enjoyed when I found it because it's telling me that people are starting to get the message out there.
Starting to think.
And I've said this too. Just stop. Just stop.
You guys want a real revolution? Okay, I'll give it to you. You think going out into the streets and smashing windows and screaming at police lines and getting beaten up on live TV is a revolution? That's not a revolution. That's an entertainment package for the people in power. That's exactly what they want you to do. The beings that run this machine, the corporations, the politicians, the elites, the corrupt freaks sitting at the very top, the cabal, Illuminati, whatever you want to call it, they don't fear your anger. They feed on it. The whole system runs on a fuel source made entirely of your outrage, your division, your stress, your exhaustion, your trauma, your fear, your anger, and your hatred. Every single day, the news cycle throws some terrifying new headline at your head. Why? To keep your nervous system completely fried. They want you at a low vibration. They want to keep you angry at your neighbor, terrified for your kids, and scrambling just to survive so you never have time to sit back and realize who's actually pulling the strings. They want you in the streets. They want riots. They want protests because the moment you get violent or start marching, you give them the legal authority to crush you. You give them the ratings, you give them the attention and the energy they desire. You give them the excuse to pass more laws, build more cages, and take away what little you have left. Stop playing their game. Stop giving them the reaction they're starving for. Politicians don't run a single goddamn thing. They don't grow the food. They don't clean the water. They don't fix the power lines. They don't fly the planes. They don't stock the shelves. They don't keep the internet running. They're not even the ones that decide what decisions they make. There's higher powers above them. Remember, presidents and politicians are puppets. They're not the ones in charge. There is a higher force above them that tells them what to say and what to do and what decisions to make. That's all they are, is puppets to a shadowy cabal, a shadowy elite. We do. The working people run every single inch of this planet. The entire apparatus only exists because we wake up every morning and build it for them. They don't have power over us. We lend them our power every day at 9 o'clock a.m. when we clock in, and every time we swipe our cards to buy garbage we don't need just to cope. Now, a lot of you are probably thinking, oh, that sounds great. But guess what? I live paycheck to paycheck. If I don't go to work for a month, my kids don't eat. I'll lose my apartment. I'm scared. And that fear is real. That's the hardest part of this whole thing. The system was intentionally designed to keep you so broke and isolated that you feel like you have no choice but to keep running on the hamster wheel. They want you terrified of losing your job because they know fear keeps you compliant. So how do we actually do this? Community. Unity. Before we ever initiate a strike, we have to build trust locally. We have to heal the unhealed wounds. We have to acknowledge and heal the unhealed wounds within humanity that has kept us divided and at each other's throats for centuries. We have to acknowledge and listen to each other and understand each other, understand our differences, so it can bring us closer together and help us connect on an even deeper level. No matter our differences, no matter our past, no matter our histories, now is not the time to be divided. We have to build trust within humanity again. We have to build trust locally. We talk to our neighbors, our families, the people on our street. We build micro networks where we agree to look out for each other. If you're doing okay and you can buy 2 extra bags of rice, extra beans, or basic canned goods, you buy them for the single mom down the hall who can't. If someone runs out of medicine, the neighborhood steps up. Emergency medical care and looking after the sick stays running on a pure human level for each other, not for corporate profit. We stop expecting the government to save us and we start taking care of our own blocks. Once that safety net is built, fear loses its grip. Because you're not doing this alone. Everyone on your street and in your city and in your state is doing it with you. And then when the time comes, we execute the method. Total, silent, non-participation. Before 2030 or 2050, when things inevitably push past the limit, we don't march, we don't scream, we disappear for 30 days. We stay inside our homes. We don't clock into work. We don't buy anything online. We don't go to stores. We don't turn on their news channels. We stop paying into the machine entirely. We sit on our couches, spend time with our families, share food with our neighbors, and just stop complying. And ask yourself, what can they really do about it? Arrest all of us nationwide, globally? Are they going to send police to break down doors and throw 100 million people in handcuffs for sitting in their own living rooms, eating food and talking to their kids? They can't. The jails would burst in 10 minutes. They don't have enough cops, guards, military, or cages on the planet to force an entire population to leave their homes and go click buttons at a job. Here's the realistic outcome of what happens. A multi-billion-dollar corporate machine cannot survive 4 weeks without working class labor. Within 48 hours, Wall Street panics. Within a week, supply lines for the rich freeze. Within 2 weeks, the politicians and executives lose trillions. Their paper money becomes useless. Their authority vanishes and their leverage completely flips. And that's when the world realizes instantly that without us, they are nothing. They will be forced to bow to our demands, rewrite the rules, and make the government work for the people, because they will finally understand that we hold every single card in the deck. We are the power. We've just been tricked into believing we're helpless. The greatest threat to a tyrant is not a mob with torches. It's a population that quietly closes its doors, looks each other in the eye, and says, we're done doing this. We're done playing. We're not doing this anymore. Either you get your shit together and start acting right, or we're not going to participate anymore. That's the revolution. No violence, no drama, just total, undeniable, peaceful power. Take back the power that you always were, that they manipulated you all into thinking that you weren't. Remember, they manage the power because we are the power. Once you go within and understand me when I say that, that's when everything collectively awakens.
So basically saying we all have to go full Amish.
Basically, yeah. Only for a month.
Yeah.
Only for
but you
a
know,
month.
these inspirational speeches and all that, we're just talking amongst ourselves. No one else gives a shit, man.
Well, I don't know. More and more people are coming onto it, because it's really kind of surprised me to see somebody saying exactly what I've been saying, that all we have to do is stop. And not even in that respect right there. In response to the mass surveillance, everybody shit can the motor vehicle code. Fuck a driver's license, fuck tags, fuck registration. I withdraw my consent to the contract. Done.
The majority of the people who I know, though, they won't have the balls to do any of that.
Yeah, well,
you know, I mean, they already think I'm a nutcase as it is.
So we got to thin those people out. That's the deal. Man, I got really pissed off. I forget which video it was I was watching today, but this fucking cop, dude, I would be in prison. I would be in fucking prison if I ran across that guy. I swear to God. The way he was barking orders and shit, and he didn't even have any authority at all over anybody. Just telling people, get your hands up against the wall and stand over there and do this, that, and the other. I'd be like, fuck you. What are you talking about? Stand over there. Who the fuck are you?
You know what? It's brilliant to throw it back at them, and I know what I can get away with.
Yeah.
And to see the look on the faces when they open my mouth back at them, they're like, you cheeky little bastard.
Yeah, they don't like it. They don't fucking like it at all.
They don't, mate. They don't like it, because that uniform, that power is everything about their general day to day. And if that gets upset, they are well upset, and I like upsetting them.
I do too. And they're easy too, but you got to be careful. You got to be careful because they're violent too. They're violent, and stupid people that are violent, they'll fly off the hinge real easy, especially if you're what, you think you're smart? Yeah. Yes, I am. Look at me. I didn't have to be a cop. I must be smart. I did something right.
Stop resisting. Stop resisting.
Yeah. No, I'll tell you what.
While you're already in handcuffs.
Pull some shit like that with me, we'll endure that. But I ain't gonna be in here forever, motherfucker. And I know who you are. I'm too old to give a fuck about a life sentence. I am. What's that gonna be? 10 years at best? Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, now and again, you've just got to throw it straight back at them just to get a reaction out of them.
Yep.
And the reactions what you get are priceless.
Where are you going? I don't know. Where are you going? Where are you coming from?
Yeah, that kind of shit, Dave. Spot on.
Dude, that's the way to do it. I like Freeman. How much have you been drinking today? Oh my God. Oh yeah, the draft. Oh yeah, this is another one. This is another poke the bear. Poke the bear. What's that?
Breaking news on December 1st, you and I will be automatically placed in the Selective Service Draft. For the past 60 years, you have had to volunteer and register yourself for the draft. Because of a law passed earlier this year, the draft registration is now automatic and it takes place December 1st. If you're an American citizen aged 18 to 26, you will be registered automatically. Just 4 weeks after the midterm elections and after Trump said he can outweigh Iran, you will be eligible for the draft. And because it's automatic, if they come to your door and say you've been drafted, you legally have no way to fight back or tell them no. And in December, this takes place 1 month before the American-Israeli Military Integration Act in 2027. We are going to be automatically registered for the military draft 1 month after the elections for the first time in history and 1 month before the American and Israeli militaries merge. You can look up all of this. It is all true, and we are now running out of time. I don't have an answer. If they enact the draft, we are automatically registered. End of story.
Yeah, we'll throw you right out there in the cannon fodder. No problem.
Mm-hmm.
Do the same thing like the Ukrainians are doing, where they would say they're emptying out the friggin' the homes with the people who were had Down syndrome and taking them and throwing them out in a friggin' field with no weapon or nothing.
Yeah. I was like, come on, man. Look, I'd go to jail. Fuck it. Go ahead and lock me up. How is that going to help you any? Okay. If you somehow get me to go, I'm not going to do what you tell me to do. I'm not going to adhere to your orders and do this and that. I'm not going to do it, man. So how is that going to help you? If you put me in jail because I won't go die on some battlefield or whatever, how's that going to help you by putting me in jail? I don't get that. I don't see how that's going to help them. So if everybody that got drafted said, fuck you, we're not going, then what are you going to do? You're going to forcibly take them and put them in basic training? Hell, hand me a rifle. I'll drop that fucker right on the ground. I'll bust the sights. What are you going to do about it? You see, that's the thing. That's the thing right there. Call their bluff. Mostly all they have to use is fear. And I'll tell you what, I'd rather be in a fucking jail cell than I would to be on some goddamn battlefield, especially these days.
You can't run to Canada.
No,
run to Canada. I'm just kidding.
Best thing would be to become a state national and not be a U.S. citizen. That's what I think. Because it said every U.S. citizen. Well, I'm not a U.S. citizen. I'm a state national.
Well, as most of you know now, many Americans are either going into city council meetings or taking to the streets doing what they believe they need to do against these flock camera systems. Some people not even touching them and still going to get arrested.
Yo, what's that piece of hanging on the pole? That's a fuck camera, right? And you got the boys out here protecting it. They got like, I don't know, $1,000 worth of gold. Yo, what's your name? I'll come bail you out. Carl Dunn? Gunn? Gunn? If you hit the county, I'm coming to bail you out today. The flock cameras. And fuck you for not standing up for us.
And so Flock realizes this is happening, all the destruction, the signs up. I should say the government, because I believe Flock is a deep state operation, along with Axon, the next company they're going to try to sell. It's not as invasive as Flock. And so you think that they have a next version coming out? They do. And so meet Flock Alpha, because they're telling us right here, you're all the betas and you're going to get watched and it doesn't matter. And here's our newest technology.
Amen, brother. I hate the fucking government too. I don't even know why we need one.
That stuff, the contract that they made with them should be public. You definitely probably could get your, you could probably FOIA, Freedom of Information Act, the contract, find out how much money they're actually paying the cities to do this shit, how much they spent on them. I'm gonna look into that.
Hell yeah. I'm Lisa, who's, I don't know, is she in here tonight? Lisa Marie Tattersall? Was she in here tonight? I don't see her. But anyway, she put on Facebook that she always flips the bird at those things. And I said, we need to equip that finger with a green laser. And we'll have her 100%. But no, the system's working just how it was intended to.
Right now, you are living in the absolute peak of human capability. We are the wealthiest, most technologically hyper-advanced civilization to ever exist on this planet. We launch reusable rockets into space and stream the entire sum of human knowledge to a glass rectangle in our pockets. So how does a nation with unlimited genius end up with government systems so convoluted they actively harm the people they're supposed to serve? It's because the bureaucracy is working exactly as it was designed to. We're taught in school that our system is complicated because of checks and balances, but over the last century, a mutation has occurred. Congress stopped passing specific actionable laws and started passing massive vague mandates that keep us locked in a permanent administrative state. If you pay taxes in Europe, you see the high-speed rail, you see the subsidized university, you see the universal care. In America, we pay the government, and then we turn around and pay private insurance premiums, private tuition, and tolls to drive on roads our grandfathers already paid for. So where does our money go? It gets devoured by the machine itself. The ultimate abuse of power happens right on Capitol Hill. Our elected officials have completely abandoned the traditional budget process. Instead, they wait until a shutdown deadline is minutes away, and then they drop a 4,000-page omnibus spending bill compiled behind closed doors and corporate lobbyists. No one reads it, your representative doesn't read it, and they're forced to vote yes to keep the government open. Buried inside those thousands of pages are the kickbacks, the special interest carve-outs, and the permanent funding lines for undeserving programs that have nothing to do with the welfare of the American taxpayer.
Good news amendment, they ratified you. You're in the U.S. Constitution. Oh, yeah. Doors open, boys.
It is taxation without total transparency. It is the illusion of representation. When politicians vote on these bills, they aren't voting for you. They are voting to protect their own leverage, their own donors, and the survival of the machine that keeps them in power. And you might think we can just vote them out, but the system anticipated that too. Through partisan gerrymandering, politicians use sophisticated algorithms to draw their own voting districts. They choose their voters. Their voters don't choose them. The only race that matters is the low turnout party primary, which means politicians only have to please the most extreme, polarized sliver of their base and their wealthiest donors. The moderate, common sense will of the vast majority of the American public is completely irrelevant to their political survival. They have insulated themselves from accountability.
Well, why can't we just make a law against flag burning? Because that law would be unconstitutional. But if we change the Constitution, then we can make all sorts of crazy laws. Now you're catching on.
Yeah, that's all we got to do is just change the Constitution. And goddamn if they ain't trying to do that. Come on, man. I don't know how anybody can even deem any of this fucking shit as legitimate. I mean, you're not playing right, man.
She thinks we go to space.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of that going around. Not as much as there used to be, though. Thanks to people like us. You know, I'll tell you, man, the shit these people actually believe just because they heard it in school. And
yeah, they can't make judgments for themselves.
Oh my
unless
God.
they've been told. Unless they've been told by someone in authority, it means nothing.
They don't have any deductive reasoning skills. They don't have any
they haven't looked into
critical thinking. They can't critically think.
Yeah.
You know, they just kind of go by whatever their favorite TV news guy says, you know?
Yeah, TikTok.
Propagandas. Yeah, TikTok. And
yeah.
Oh my God.
Which is
TikTok,
pure poison.
God, it's got to go. That's the worst thing ever.
Wasn't that the place that Israel said, "Oh, we're going to use social media"? Remember?
Oh yeah,
$7,000. What the first one he mentioned was TikTok. First one.
Their little propaganda machine is in full swing working order. And I told you about that text message I got yesterday. Was it yesterday or day before? Asking me what my views on U.S.-Israeli relations were. I was like, oh boy, do you really want to know this? Do you really want to know this shit? I got that. They said, oh, I can't continue this conversation anymore, because I told her at some point, I said, we're past that. I said, the only thing that is ever going to change, we can't vote our way out of this. And the only way this is ever going to change is if we have a full-fledged revolution. Well, I can't continue this conversation anymore. I said, why not? Why not? Well, I'm just trying to have a conversation with what your views on Israel is. And then she runs some kind of bullshit on me about how they're a free and democratic country. I said, everything you just said there was bullshit.
Yeah,
it's the opposite of everything you just fucking said. I said, there will be no peace in the Middle East until Israel is reduced to ashes. I said, in fact, you're part of the Israeli fucking propaganda bullshit right now. I know that. You're in Tel Aviv, aren't you? I can't talk about that. I said, because you are.
Sure wasn't AI.
I said, you're part of that fucking Jew propaganda shit. That was it, you know. I was like, you're not gonna garner any sympathy or favor for me, not a bit.
You are not the person that they were trying to contact.
No.
Yeah. They have to ring you.
Yes, they're like, lose this number.
Yeah. Listen,
of all the people in all the world, he had to ring you.
Before I even answered it, I showed my wife. I says, oh boy, look here. They picked the wrong guy to ask this fucking question to, didn't they? She goes, oh God, here we go.
You should have started singing Taste the Biscuit. Sure, I can tell you. Hold on, I have a song.
Who the fuck is this guy?
I know I usually do the haha funny videos, but what happened in the U.S. House of Representatives today is so serious. I feel like I had to directly address it, because not only did they approve this bill, which would increase the U.S. military spending budget to $1.5 trillion fucking dollars.
$1.5 trillion annual budget.
Man.
People don't even know what the fuck a trillion is.
Yeah, people can't comprehend a trillion. Even when it's told verbally to you, it's no to comprehend.
1 trillion seconds, okay? It's 31,782 years, man. That's how long. If you made $1 a second every day of the week, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, that's how long it would take you to get $1 trillion. The fuck, man?
Here's
But they approved.
What is it?
I was going to say, here's the walkthrough. 2020, 6.55. 2021, 7.77 trillion. 2022, 6.73. 2023, 6.16. 2024, 6.80. 2025, projected 7.04 trillion.
God damn, man.
What was that one that Trump signed in front of all the big pharma people? That was a big one, wasn't it?
What was that? The CARES Act? Is that what that was?
Oh, the SAVE Act or whatever it was.
No, the one where they paid all the pharmaceutical companies off. $6.2 trillion altogether.
6.2. Wow. And they were all behind him rubbing their hands together.
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
Big smiles.
It's bonkers, man.
Section 219 of this bill, which would integrate the United States military with the fucking Israeli military. We would give them all of our intelligence, all of our secrets, all of our designs in technology with them, and they would have access to our facilities. We would literally become the United States of fucking Israel. And every single person who voted yes in this just committed treason. You dogs, you absolute pigs. You are representatives. You work for us. You don't work for the companies. You don't work for another country. And certainly not fucking Israel, who is committing genocide. And 6 Democrats voted yes on this. 7 Republicans voted no. But if all the Democrats voted no, we wouldn't be in this mess. So now it's up to the Senate. And I pray to God we get out of this mess. So call your representatives. I don't care how red pill your state is. I don't care how blue. Every single person needs to call your representative. You tell them, if you vote yes on this bill, I will make goddamn sure you never step foot in office again, you piece of shit. I cannot explain to you how serious this is. We will become the United States of Israel. Treason was committed today in Congress, and no one is doing anything about it. Please help us.
We already are the United States of Israel. We have. They're just putting the fucking dotting the I's and crossing the T's on it. That's all.
Stealing money from us for a long time.
Yes.
Nice big welfare state. Did you see the Houthis hit that Saudi Arabian refining facility?
Yeah, dude, that shit's heating up hard, man.
Oh yeah.
Israel's about to fucking collapse. Oh my God. Here's Mitch McConnell. Found proof of life.
Alive?
Yeah, watch here.
别担心，他没事。
Don't worry, he's all right.
Origami.
Dude, he's dead, man. This is funny. Check this out. I'm still alive until August 4th. Prove me wrong. Flatline.
Oh, is that him, Lindsay? What's he called? Lindsay Graham?
No, that's Mitch McConnell.
All right. Lindsey Graham's gone on, eh?
Yeah, I think
Good riddance, the absolute dickhead.
Yes, sir. And
Just a war.
I think he got blowed up over in fucking Ukraine.
That's what I think too. Because that shit happened on literally the day before. And they hit every single one of those drone factories. But they left out that one? Really? I don't think so. I think they hit them all. And they knew where those things. One of them was freaking disguised as an IKEA. Which is wild. It's like, wow, you sneaky fucks, aren't you? Just throw that shit in plywood factory, making furniture. It's like, no, it's really we're really making IKEA furniture.
Sure.
Hey, did you see James Corbett's new video on Israel?
No.
Do you remember this one? What he did 9/11 in 3 minutes, 4 minutes, whatever it was.
Okay.
He's done one about was it 10/7 or 7/10, whatever it was. He's done one exactly the same as that, but the Israel version.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
brilliant.
so like 10.
It's brilliant.
Yes, yeah. Led to that.
I like James Corbett. He's very coherent and to the point.
That was a false flag, 100%. 100%. A pretext to what's going on right now. And that's what they used it for. Somebody needs to kill that little son of a bitch, Netanyahu. That's for real.
Cities across the United States are replacing their flock cameras with cameras from a company that's linked to Jeffrey Epstein, Donald Trump, and BlackRock. According to data from DFlock, at least 53 municipalities have canceled or deactivated their flock safety contracts. But instead of shrinking their surveillance footprint, cities like Syracuse, New York, and Denver have immediately turned to Axon Enterprise, Flock's primary corporate competitor. So essentially, they're placing the exact same type of cameras onto the same poles, but the cameras are from a different company. Here's where it gets interesting, though. Axon completed a $625 million cash acquisition of Carbine to integrate it into its new Axon 911 cloud dispatch platform. Carbine was founded in Israel in 2015. During its early funding rounds, former Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Barak served as a major investor and the chairman of the company. This guy is a major Epstein associate, and he utilized financing that was backed in part by Epstein. during the mid-2010s to bankroll his investment ventures, including Carbine. At the same time, Donald Trump bought about $1 to $5 million in Axon Enterprise on February of this year. Remember, 14 days after that, he gave them a massive $220 million contract, and coincidentally enough, financing this entire corporate network is BlackRock, who is the largest institutional investor of Axon.
Wow. Yeah, I found it, Brian. Hang on. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, you'll recognize the total setup of it as soon as it comes on.
On the morning of October 7th, 2023, approximately 6,000 Hamas soldiers flying paragliders and riding motorcycles skirted around the most heavily defended security wall in the world, somehow evading the fences, observation towers, cameras, sensors, barbed wire, and remote-controlled machine guns dividing Israel and Gaza. These 6,000 madmen, who trained for their dastardly sneak attack in full view of the IDF for months, then proceeded to roam around the Israeli countryside for hours with complete impunity, killing hundreds of Israeli civilians and not beheading babies and not raping women while IDF forces watched, because those IDF soldiers had been ordered to stand down that morning.
All stations, I don't know why, I don't know how, something along those lines. No patrol on the fence. And this was at 5:20 in the morning. All stations are to hold their positions.
Then the IDF sprung into action by implementing a policy to kill their own citizens in the event of a hostage situation.
ישירות, אני חושב שבאופן טקטי במקומות שונים ניתנה, במקומות אחרים לא ניתנה, וזו בעיה.
Luckily, the news anchors knew exactly what had happened within minutes.
Now, the Israeli military says this infiltration came by land, by sea, and by air in the form of Hamas gunmen on paragliders.
The U.S. Senate knew within hours.
And Iran is teamed up with Hamas, is what we are hearing.
And the Israeli government knew within the day.
אזרחי ישראל, אנחנו במלחמה. לא במבצע, לא בסבבים, במלחמה.
But for some reason, a bunch of crazy conspiracy theorists began to ask questions about the most startling security failure in the history of the most heavily defended border in the world.
So the idea that Hamas could infiltrate about 20 communities inside Israel and attack the citizens without any immediate response from Israel is extraordinary.
It is absolutely extraordinary.
Those conspiracy theorists dared to ask why the border guards were told to stand down that morning, why Unit 8200 provided no geolocation data to security forces despite Hamas fighters using phones and radios inside Israel for hours, why the IDF ignored alerts of Hamas aerial activity hours before the attack took place, and why the Prime Minister, Defense Minister, and IDF chief didn't even speak with each other until 4 hours into the crisis. But they're just anti-Semitic loons, so they would ask those questions. Even so, the IDF provided answers to all the hard questions in their comprehensive after-action report, concluding that the Israeli army had failed in its mission to protect Israeli civilians, because no one could have predicted Hamas's intentions and readiness for a wide-scale surprise attack. Except for the Egyptian government, Israeli military intelligence, and the IDF's own Border Defense Corps. The Northern Brigade and Gaza Division had no coordination with the police, and the IDF didn't even know the Nova Music Festival was under attack for 3 hours, but that's okay because they were probably all trying their best. The police documents about the security for the Nova Music Festival were deleted by unknown individuals months after the attacks, but that's okay because it's probably just part of routine record keeping. A Columbia Law School paper found traders informed about the coming attacks profited from these tragic events, but the original paper made a currency error that didn't affect the conclusion, so there's probably nothing to see here. This man never existed, nor is anything he had to say worthy of your attention, and if you say otherwise, you are a paranoid conspiracy theorist and deserve to be shunned by all of humanity. Likewise him, and her. And her, and her, and him. After the dust settled, we were reliably informed that, like the false flag events of
December 7th, 1941, and
the false flag events of
September 11th, 2001, October 7th is a day that will forever live in infamy.
As a result, the Israeli forces made up for their error by gently and proportionately leveling Gaza, killing 75,000 civilians, blockading humanitarian aid, massacring people begging for food, telling people to move to areas that were then bombed, bombing hospitals that Hamas fighters were not occupying, and destroying the vast underground Hamas supervillain bunker that didn't exist. This is the story of 10/7, brought to you by the same media which told you the hard truths about the
best Biden ever.
And 2 weeks to flatten the curve, and AI-generated rat penises, and the USS Liberty. If you have any questions about this story, you are a terror-loving anti-Semitic libtard who deserves to be deported regardless of citizenship status. If you love the government of Israel and/or peace, tranquility, cooperation, fresh bagels, and this adorable baby, you will never express doubts about any part of this story to anyone. Ever. This has been a public service announcement by the Friends of the IDF, the Epstein Influence Network, AIPAC, the ADL, the Israeli government spokespeople in the media, and the Likudniks. Because ignorance is strength.
The best Biden ever. What me out of some quote that.
Yeah. Well, Joe's just going along to get along. You know, he makes a lot of money. He doesn't care. They tell him what to say. They write the check. He's going to say it.
He ended up like Weekend at Bernie's, didn't he?
Yeah, like walking out a corpse.
Like they're doing with that fucking Mitch McConnell, trying to act like he's still alive. Dude.
Yeah. They did the same thing with Ruth Bader Ginsburg. And she was probably dead for a week or two before they realized, oh shit, we can't. This isn't going to work. And all of a sudden, oh, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, they have to come out with like a news emergency. All the stations had to cut. Oh, Ruth Bader Ginsburg's died.
I'm not altogether certain that she wasn't actually that puppet, Madam. You remember that guy that had that Madam puppet?
Yeah.
Who was that? Madam and somebody.
It was Jeff something, if I remember right.
Yeah, that was pretty good. And she looked like that, like a puppet, like a marionette or something.
That freaking girl, that lady screaming in her car was the best video ever. I know.
Oh my God, I know.
One of the best things ever with her just freaking out in the car about Bader Ginsburg dying.
I can't be a whore.
Best thing ever. All the radio stations were using that clip of her just, babe, you only had to last 2 more weeks. Start screaming. While she's driving, by the way.
Oh, I know, right? Losing her fucking mind. Just losing her fucking mind, man. That's the shit.
So, Dave, have you put that video on? Donald Trump and Kamala.
What one?
I'm coming.
Oh, yeah. But they played the song, yeah.
I sent it you earlier on, pal.
Maybe we'll get to it. Let's see. Here's
it's worth getting to. It's hilarious.
Oh, that one. That's old though. That's old. That was
oh, is it?
Yeah.
I've only just recently seen that. It's brilliant.
Oh yeah, that's really old. I know the one you're talking about. Yeah. This is
Is it Adam and Eve or Adam and Steve?
Yeah, Adam and Steve. What if the forbidden fruit was actually a mushroom? Here's some food for thought.
What if the forbidden fruit Adam and Eve ate was never an apple, but a mushroom? Because hidden inside a 900-year-old church is an ancient painting that appears to show exactly that. The artwork depicts the story of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, but instead of an apple tree standing between them is what appears to be a giant mushroom. And here's where the mystery begins. The Bible never actually says the forbidden fruit was an apple. It simply describes fruit from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. So why did the apple become the story everyone knows today? Some researchers have proposed a much stranger theory, that the forbidden fruit may have represented a psychoactive mushroom, and that eating it symbolized gaining forbidden knowledge through an altered state of consciousness. Suddenly, one detail from the story becomes even more interesting. After Adam and Eve ate the fruit, their eyes were opened. They became aware of themselves in a way they weren't before. So what if this 900-year-old artwork isn't simply an unusual artistic choice? What if it's preserving an older interpretation of the Garden of Eden? One where the forbidden fruit wasn't an apple at all, but something capable of changing human consciousness.
Oh, that explains
Came
why
into a different state of awareness that way.
Yeah, well, I mean, weed kind of does that in some ways.
That's why cannabis is so heavily demonized over there.
Yeah.
Because it opens your mind.
That and it promotes a high vibration.
Yeah.
They don't want you to have that high vibration.
No,
you
they
know?
want you to be low vibrating.
It's also people that smoke weed are harder to hypnotize. And like myself, like not hypnotizable. So it's like hypnosis doesn't work on me. And they don't want that. They want you to be able to be manipulated, man. And that's why they try to keep you in that vibrational state all the time. Cannabis not only is good, does good things for you. It's the THC allows you to expand beyond the box. You think outside.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not in the cube. You see, and that's what I think
gets you questioning and thinking deeper. I think.
Yes.
Become a deep thinker. You kind of think more and you focus.
But yeah,
more.
you can drink yourself to death 24 hours a day.
Well, and that's the thing. You wonder things that, you know, most people, it doesn't occur to them, and it doesn't even make any sense to me why it wouldn't occur to them. Because you know, this idea that they float on people, mass attracts mass. Well, why? That should be your next question, right? But they don't. They just take it for granted. Here, we'll prove it to you. Here's a demonstration of movement, and we're going to place an object in the path of the movement so that we can say that it was attracted. You didn't prove attraction, you proved movement. Okay? So they buy this, and they never, ever wonder, where does the energy come from? Why? Why does mass attract mass? I've never witnessed that before. And as soon as you throw that argument, when have you ever witnessed this? Oh, we see the moons of Jupiter. I'm like, oh, fucking shut up. You have no idea. You've never seen the shit that NASA shows you. Okay?
They can easily filter off into that fantasy land, can't they? They've got that mindset where you just anything's possible for them.
It's just
whereas we know that fucking anything's not possible at all.
It's just like the gravity is their duct tape for all that horse shit. See, it's like, oh, it's something you can't really prove. We don't know, but you have to accept it because we told you in school, and everybody uses it. And they use what? You use an observed effect, but you assume the cause. That's all you're doing. You know, that doesn't, how does that mean that there's gravity? I got just as much evidence that there's a magic wizard casting a spell as you do that there's mass attracting mass.
Yeah, and if it was that important and obvious in our daily lives, it would affect birds and all sorts of shit. But people dismiss that because it's all right for birds to go up there because they've got wings. It's a different story for them. So just shut your mouth.
Well, I know it's the fact that it's all about the fluid. Okay, that's what you got to understand. It's all about the fluid. It's not gravity. It's basically fluid dynamics. Okay, buoyancy, density, equilibrium. That's all, man. It's like I said before. You change the medium, you change the weight. Okay, you change the buoyancy factor. So what do? I go swimming out in the lake, right? The earth is way the fuck down below me. I'm literally flying. We call it swimming. Okay, what's the difference? Just the medium. Still using the same principles of propulsion. Still using the same principles of navigation to move about, to rise up and to dive down and to turn sideways. Just like you would in the air if you weren't so dense compared to the fucking medium. So
that sounds so simple and so true that you have to have a certain mindset to not get this, what we're telling them.
Right.
It winds me up no end with every bastard.
Well, if you were to change your density ratio to be the same as it is with water to the gas medium, you would have the same, you would be able to do the exact same thing. We just happen to live in a gas environment. If we were ocean dwelling creatures, we would have a whole different fucking idea of physics. 100%. So yeah, nonsense is what they've got. And by making people, indoctrinating with them with this and telling them that this is real and it has to be real because this is, it's a school, for crying out loud. And all the schools tell everybody the same thing. What? Well, everybody was told the same thing in Logan's Run, that when they reached the age of 30, they had to go to this carousel, but they were just being killed. They weren't going off to some magic land or anything else like that, but they all believed they were. When their crystal turned red, they got to go to carousel. They were happy about it. And it wasn't true at all. They weren't going anywhere. They were just keeping the population down by killing anybody that reached the age of 30. Pretty crazy.
Yeah, I think the great test was the COVID vaccines. If you didn't take the COVID vaccines or didn't wear a mask or didn't take part in any of the bullshit whatsoever, you are going to be on the front lines when the shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
They did a lot of it through guilt, which was, you'll kill grandma and grandpa. Don't you want them to stay alive? We'll give you a cheeseburger.
And these people are still in the same job as what they were 6 years ago when they were threatening us with immediate death.
Yeah.
Big bastards.
Where's my widget? There we go. I'm going to move some people around down to here. Then I got to do, where's my play button? Oh, it's on this tab. I get people all the time. How did they attack Hawaii? Or how did they attack Pearl Harbor? Right there, baby. Right there. Boom. Now, who can tell me why I disagree with like the title of this? Because it's the globe that requires proof. All the time, these people with their shit going, oh, can you prove a flat earth? What do you mean? I observe that. The fuck do you mean?
It's all measured from flat. Everything.
Well, it doesn't matter how it's measured. I observe a level earth. Okay. That's what I observe. Okay. You're coming along and telling me that it's a ball. Okay. I don't observe a ball. Okay. I don't see any evidence of water doing what you say it does. I'm sorry, babe. The burden of proof lies on you. I don't need flat earth proof. You need globe earth fucking proof. That's what you need. And I don't have to replace your nonsense. Okay? I don't have to replace it. Well, if it's not gravity, what is there? I don't know. You tell me. You're the one that claims gravity. Prove your fucking gravity. A replacement is independent of falsification. I don't need to prove a flat earth to you. All I need to do is destroy your silly fucking idea. That's all I got to do. Until then, until you actually prove that my observation is not an observation that's true, then you're gonna have to just eat it, you know. But I don't like that, you know. Prove the Earth is flat. No, you prove it's a globe, asshole. You've never seen a globe Earth either. You've never had a firsthand observation of a globe, never once in your life. Yet you fight adamantly for something you've never seen and you've never seen, and it's physically fucking impossible. And don't go back to your little duct tape about gravity. You don't get to use anything you can't prove exists, okay? That's all. You don't get to use anything that can't be proven exists. So
gravity glue.
Whatever, man.
Come on, you've never been upside down or horizontal?
Yeah, I'm gonna be horizontal here in another couple hours. I'm fixing to get horizontal here, nice and snug in my little bed, man. God, my arms are so tired. Doing that ceiling, holding that finished plywood up there on that porch. Oh my God, man. It's like, oh, wait a minute. I don't have any nails in the gun. Just a second.
God damn it.
Fuck. You got it. Years ago, you straight down them ladders, straight back up the ladders.
Oh,
but now it's like,
you're standing there.
And your immediate thought is, I've got to get fucking up now. I've got to go down there.
You're on a ladder trying to balance a fucking 8-foot piece of finished plywood, and you don't want to scuff it and jam it against the other too hard because you booger up the edges and shit. And, that's all right, though. We did all right. It's just a holding it up there part. Get your arms. You're like, fuck, can't do this anymore. Anyway, yeah. Where was I at? Where was I? I was somewhere along here. But yeah, flight routes would make a hell of a lot more sense. It's fly up north and then back down south for some stupid reason. Why? To pick up 3 people? Fuck that.
Yeah. I mean,
I've
save
been
money.
here 49 years, and I can honestly tell you that not once in my life I have experienced what we're made to believe is what we're living on right now. I can't point to one aspect of my life where I can say that was obviously the globe. And nobody can. And if they say they can, they're lying bastards.
Yeah. Well, once it gets to the physicality of it, it's done. Once it gets to the physical parts of it, you've never experienced anything but standing straight up and down. Ever.
Yeah, you've either got not enough brain power to compute what we're telling you, or you've got a noodle for a spine.
You've never been upside down. You've never been completely horizontal, standing completely horizontal. It doesn't happen. Can easily be proven.
Well, it's here's the problem. I like when they say we have a working model. No, your model doesn't work because you have some fluid dynamics problems there. Okay. Yeah. And unless you can actually reconcile those using real science, not your pseudoscience nonsense, until you can actually reconcile that using science, I'm sorry, you don't have anything, just, Copernicus come up with the idea of a heliocentric model, and there was no telescope. Ain't that some shit?
That's one as well. The Universal Pictures, the opening credits is the globe before they went to outer space, apparently.
Yeah. Because they're that good at cartography, right?
Exactly. Don't you dare question it, brother.
The Iranian Revolutionary Guard sent a message to Israelis' phones saying, the last U.S. radar system in the region has been destroyed. Your media and your leaders are lying. Leave the country. Missiles are coming and no shelter is safe. Look at this fire.
What was it? Last
radar station, yeah.
I'm going to look that up.
سلام خدمت بینندگان عزیز. مردم وقتی که میگه من فقط زیرساخت نظامی میزنم، اینجا محل پخش بنزین شما.
Yeah, what he said. No, it says the Iranian Revolutionary Guard sent a message to Israeli phones saying that the last U.S. radar system in the region has been destroyed. And here's Hawaiians beating up an ICE agent. Isn't that special? That's cool. Kind of like that. Kind of like that. I wonder what the comments on this are. Have no fear. These two militaries. Oh, yeah. Okay. No. There's your guy. There's your guy, D-Man. There's nothing to see here. Nothing.
Oh
to
yeah,
see.
yeah. I love that. That's from
Squad or something.
Yeah, from the Police Squad. It's from Police Squad.
That's what I said.
It's when the car rolls down the hill and the airbag goes off and steers itself down the hill while he starts firing the gun at it. It catches on fire and then hits a friggin' fireworks factory. And he's just great when he's standing there and all these Chinamen are walking out while smoke's pouring off of them. And he's like, nothing to see here.
He's, move along, people.
Yeah.
Move along.
It's brilliant because if you blink, you've missed something.
Yeah, Naked Gun.
And you have to watch it again.
Oh, God. This is 60 million Axon street light coming to your street soon. Probably halfway already there.
If you think that flock is the worst thing that you have to worry about this year, well, just fucking pull your pants up and get ready, because Axon and Ubiquia are already rolling out Flock's replacement. Let's talk about it, and I have a video to follow up. Guys, we have to take back our damn privacy. I mean, at this point, this shit is out of control, and what they say it does is help police surveillance for our safety and motherfucking protection. It is not for our safety. It is not for our protection. This company, which is already rolling out, it's already passed. They've just kept it on the hush. You think Flock is bad? One Flock camera every, I don't know, half a mile, 2 miles. These are going to be 60 million surveillance and LPR devices connected to every single motherfucking streetlight in America. You heard me right. I'm going to post a video. I want you guys to start doing your research on these two companies, Axon, A-X-O-N, and Ubiquia. I don't know how the fuck to spell that, but I'm sure it's in this little video. Guys, every street light in America. That means if you live on a block with a short block with 4 homes, you're going to have 1, 2, you can have 4 street lights. You can have 4 of these. We're cooked. I don't know what the solution is at this point because they don't give a shit. And would you know, Trump invested $5 million in Axon back in February of this year. What a motherfucking coincidence. I am so tired of this shit. This is just the beginning, because just when we thought Flock was bad, just when we're thinking that this is going to be bad, they already have the next 10 things lined up, ready to roll. I mean, I do not have words anymore. Here's the video.
Thanks, Rick. So at Ubiquia, our mission is simple: to make the world smarter, safer, and more connected. We actually do that by leveraging the existing infrastructure that's already in the ground. That's 60 million streetlights in the US and actually 450 million worldwide. and we make them intelligent. We built a reputation with more than 900 cities and utilities for turning ordinary streetlights into extraordinary tools for public safety. Our UB Hub platform is easy to install, simple to relocate, and built to scale, allowing police departments to deploy and expand their video and LPR capabilities quickly. And today, we're excited to announce our collaboration with Axon Lightpost, creating together a powerful streetlight-based platform for video surveillance and LPR, all integrating seamlessly with Axon Fusus. We believe this will be a game changer, giving law enforcement more eyes and real-time intelligence where they need it and when they need it. Here's a brief video to show you how we do it.
Probably find that on this Jesus Christ. Here's their website. Ubiquia. Public safety, enterprises, cities.
Yeah, let's give a bunch of technology to some retards who can barely function. It couldn't function without it. You're going to give them all this shit now?
Power quality monitoring. Wow. 4.3 billion daily data points analyzed. God.
Well, we've got that much street furniture over there now. Nobody questions what it is anymore.
See what here, public safety. That's what they always like. There you go, public safety. Safety and security. Transform streetlights into camera sites with no new poles or trenching required. Look at this shit. Come on, man. You got some?
It's all poison.
God. What the fuck else we got going on here? Go back. It's under public safety. Cities. See, that was the intelligent streetlight. Now, was that what we just watched? Traffic and curb management, safety and security, street audit.
Just soaking up the George Orwell narrative. That's 1984, right? When was that?
Oh, look at that shit, man.
Gotcha.
Fucking box around every goddamn thing, man. That's like that show I was talking about, Person of Interest. It's a TV show. And that's how that shit would come up on there. Holy crap, man. That's a fuck all that, man. Book a demo.
Sure, have them come on the show. They could give us a demo.
God,
that'd be fucking great. They can come on here and tell us exactly how to do it.
I'd about lose my fucking shit on them, probably. You know, I mean, probably not a good idea. You know, I probably shouldn't talk to them. Oh man. Oh yeah, so now Trump can't answer what has happened to 13 billion from Venezuela that is required by the Constitution to be deposited into our Treasury Department with congressional oversight. Yeah, because remember he took all that 13 billion from Venezuela.
Imagine that was your responsibility.
Where did that? Where was that?
I don't know. I don't know where it's gone. Anyway, move along.
Nothing to see here.
The United States has taken in $13 billion from Venezuela. Where is that money going?
13 billion from Venezuela. I think even more than that. Now, Venezuela, we paid for that war many times over. And that'll happen with Iran also. We paid for the war many times over.
But where is that money going?
Which, by the way, no other president can say that for a long time. Okay? When was the last president that could say that? So we had a cost of Venezuela. We paid for it many, many times over. And now, as you know, we have a very good relationship with Venezuela.
But where is that money going?
Who's for running the country?
No, it's the U.S. The money that the U.S. is taking in, where is that money going? Yes.
For running the country. It can go to the military. You know, Congress has to approve it. Congress doesn't like approving money for the military. They like giving it to things that shouldn't be done. But we're taking in a lot of money, billions and billions of dollars from Venezuela. That'll happen with Iran too.
It's just 1 million times 1,000 times 6.
Come
None of your
on.
business.
Come on. Guys is full of shit as a Christmas goose, man. You know right where it went. It went in your motherfucking pocket. Oh my God. Trump just said that he didn't think that they had planes in his father's time. His dad died in 1999.
Yeah, we know.
Are you kidding?
Were those the times when everything was still black and white?
Yes, I remember that. I remember when they made the transition to color. It was freaked everybody out.
I had a wonderful father, right? And he was a hard worker. He was in the real estate business. And for him, super luxury. This is the only way. He didn't want planes. They didn't have planes in those days, I don't think. I had a wonderful father.
They didn't have planes in those days.
Yeah.
He didn't have planes, vanilla skies.
I mean, come on, Trump, you're 80, right? Come on. There's no such thing as planes. What was one of the first airliners that they came out with was the Ford Tri-Motor, it was called. Have you ever seen that thing?
Yeah, I think
no.
Ford, made out of corrugated aluminum. If it had an engine on the nose and one on each wing.
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen pictures of that before.
That's old fucking plane.
Yeah.
Ford used to make everything, man. They used to make all kinds of shit. I don't know why it's like everything. Oh, it's out of me.
Henry Ford will make anything for anyone.
Production started in 1925.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Ford had their own rubber plant, their own rubber plantation in South America. They made their own steel. They had their own steel mill. Everything that went out of Ford was made by Ford. That ain't no shit.
The wing on that plane is made out of corrugated aluminum.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all corrugated, everything, even the side of it, everything is corrugated.
I wonder what they're made of these days then to store all that fuel.
Aluminum and fiberglass and some steel.
Basically storing fuel in the wings that are heavier than the fucking plane.
Yeah, bladders. They put bladders in the wings. My buddy used to be he used to refuel airplanes. And yeah, he told me, yeah, they're in the wings. I forget who it was who said that, oh, no, they don't fill it up with the wings. And I was like, what are you talking about? Of course they do. It's pressurized. It's pumped up. I said, they're bladders in the wings. And he was like, no. I was like, yeah. That's why when they fill the wings, they droop.
Oh, man, I don't know. I've lost all my
I forget who was who pointed it out, but it's true that you don't, during your flight, you don't pay any attention to the engines. And then suddenly, but you can hear them again just before you landed. And the only time you hear them before that is when you're taking off.
Yeah, it's more like a white noise sound.
Check this out.
He's mad. He's tired. He needs fries. It's Lil Donnie.
I need more fries.
Feed him fries, change his diaper, keep him happy.
You take care of the rest.
Lil Donnie, get yours today. Ages 3+. Fries not real. Diaper content sold separately.
Diaper content sold separately.
Kick him up the ass.
Tent peg sold separately. Oh my God. Jesus. Oh yeah, I wanted to go over here. That's right. Wait. Didn't I have? Bear with me, folks. Ah, damn it. Gotta do this now.
I mean, next gig, I'm going to see if we can get away with playing Taste the Biscuit.
That's what he should play, man, no doubt.
I'm going to sneak it in, whatever gig it is next.
You're going to do it at one of your gigs?
Yeah, you're damn right, and I'll film it for you and send it to your brother. Because I'm a bastard like that.
Hi, I'm trying to get this fucking thing working. I don't know what to do here. Yeah.
Trying to find the picture of the bladders, but I don't see them. I typed in how much fuel does it take to fill a Boeing 757? And they say that it takes 11,489 U.S. gallons.
How much?
11,489 gallons, U.S. gallons.
Jesus. I don't believe that.
Says there's three. It says that there's three. There's a main wing tanks, which store the bulk of the fuel safely inside the aircraft. Structural wing cells.
Hey, D-man, find out how much that weighs. You know,
oh, it's an insane amount. Yeah, I will. It says the center tank located in the center wing box area within the fuselage to add extra range for cross country and transoceanic. So let me see. So it was 11,400. Well, I'd have to find out what the weight. Well, because that fuel's a different fuel, so I'd have to figure out how much the 757 fuel.
So who's that look like?
Hey, look at what it is.
Yeah.
What's up, Tune?
This is
That's my tune.
As a former counterintelligence analyst with the Canadian Security Intelligence Service, I bring a wealth of experience in intelligence analysis, security operations, and risk assessment. During my time at CSIS, I had the privilege of contributing to the safeguarding of Canada's national security interests by analyzing intelligence data and countering potential threats from foreign actors. There's more. There's a post he put on. This is off his LinkedIn page. It goes as Eric Benson. It says the RMC, Royal Canadian Mounted Police Depot in Regina. Look, there's a vagina in Regina. So much has changed. So much has stayed the same. Different buildings, same drills, different people, same commitment. And I was like, what the fuck, dude?
He's totally tuned.
Yeah, that's Tune, man. I've spent years sniffing out deception, foreign threats, digital cons, and today's slick email scams. Here's how I counter money-making cons with a sharp eye and skeptic mindset.
I'm fully vaccinated.
Yeah. I am
Yeah.
a female to male trans. You counterintelligence officer.
Good morning.
Yeah.
The weight of the fuel that's in a 757, I rounded it off to make it easier. So I rounded it off to 11,000 gallons. At 6, and Jet A actually weighs less than gasoline. Weighs 6.7 pounds per gallon. 73,700 pounds.
Damn.
Yeah, that's heavy. It weighs as much as what is an 18? You know, I mean, you know, if you can figure it out. It weighs as much as a couple of 18-wheelers.
So when you're arguing with Toon, he's a Fed. The Fed boy.
Surprise, surprise.
There it is. Fed boy.
Say it ain't so.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit. I knew he was some kind of government, hooked to the government somehow, especially when it really got obvious was with the TFE thing and that hooking up with goddamn Duffy. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's definitely an intel op, man. Definitely a fucking op.
Especially with him and all the people he defrauded, and he seems to just walk away every single time. Nothing ever happens. Every single time. It's amazing. Fucking rob somebody of $10 and you get fucking thrown in jail. Guy can rob people of millions and millions and millions, and he just walks away every time, scot free. They never seize anything. He never goes to jail.
Right.
But he has the money to pay off the lawsuits and all the lawyers and all the other shit. It's like, yeah. Yeah.
Sure he does. He stole it.
Yeah. Amazing.
God. Nuclear weapons are fake, y'all.
Would you believe me if I told you that no nuclear weapon was ever dropped in the history of humanity, and that nuclear weapons don't actually exist? Now, I know this sounds pretty insane, but let's look at the evidence. The first piece of evidence is that if you watch the Nuketown test footage, you'll see something very, very strange. For some reason, everything is getting blown to smithereens, but all of the cameras seem to be perfectly fine. Keep in mind that they are in the middle of a nuclear blast, the most powerful bomb to have ever existed. And then you have a bunch of soldiers larping around pretending there's radiation poisoning and all this stuff. But there's no proof that radiation actually exists in the way we are told it exists. Because if you go to Hiroshima or Nagasaki, you'll see that there is no radiation poisoning lingering. In fact, right after the bomb was dropped, they rebuilt the cities. Right after the nuclear fallout. So it doesn't really make any sense to me. If supposedly it is supposed to be uninhabitable for decades or even centuries after the nuclear blast. Not only that, but did you know that Japan was being heavily firebombed throughout the entire war? During World War II? Tokyo was absolutely devastated by firebombing. Well, if you pay very close attention to what Tokyo looks like, and then compare it to Nagasaki and Hiroshima, it's exactly the same. This is Hiroshima. Apparently, after the nuclear blast, it literally looks like carpet bombing, where they drop a series of bombs, destroying and burning some parts, but other parts remain, like all of these power lines that stayed standing. And have you ever thought about what the concept of a nuclear bomb actually is? They're telling us they have the power to split atoms, to warp the fabric of reality itself. But every single picture of an atom is CGI. The human eye has never seen a real atom, not once. So ask yourself, if we can't observe it, photograph it, or prove it exists the way we're told it does, what exactly are we believing in? Would you...
You're coveting atoms right now. Coveting them.
Coveting
Everywhere.
They're everywhere. Get them off me.
Yeah, my God, get the atoms off. It'd be like atom phobic. That would be an awesome disease. Imagine going and telling them, I'm afraid the atoms are crawling. I can feel them all over me. I need disability. I'm atom phobic.
This is fucking hilarious. Female pastor practiced oral sex on men to suck out their demons. And this guy in the comments says it seems a bit disrespectful that the article doesn't mention the location of the church.
Hello, how you doing, ma'am? I'm here to get the demons removed.
Yeah, man, I got some demons. A lot of them.
A lot of, I might have to come back multiple times this week.
Yeah, might have to make this a regular twice a week deal here. God. Where was that one I had? I sent that to somebody. Oh, that's the guy that got caught on fire. Oh, yeah, I'm going to show this again because this was good.
Tavin's, I'm not reading that right. Yeah, Tavin in the chat said that's one way to make people go to church.
No doubt, right? My biggest idea was you could like spice up communion a little bit, you know? Put a little fucking cheese whiz on them crackers they give you, you know? Yeah, fuck that weak ass wine. Shots of Jack. Cheese whiz and Jack, baby. There you go.
Well, a little Velveeta, that'll liven up the party.
Oh, there you go. Some gummet cheese. I like that gummet cheese. There's Brian's dog got to go out and shit someplace.
He always does, doesn't he?
Oh my God. Yeah, I showed this the other night. I'm going to show it again. I liked it.
Things we can do in the lab to prove that the barrier above us is at work. And we can see that when we look at something as simple as rainbows, because typically you need a light source, water, and some sort of barrier or mirror device to create a rainbow indoors. Of course, outdoors, you don't need that because the light source is already shining through a barrier, but we definitely see that in the lab, the barrier and the shape of it will impact the shape. And with this understanding, would the rainbows be a different shape in the south because the light is above the firmament and the firmament shape towards the outer edges, of course, its shape might be very similar, but it's going to be lower to the ground. Would that impact the shape of the rainbows as you go south? And after more than a year of compiling images and looking up averages, we have found that there is truth to this, that the rainbow's shape does change. Of course, the sun's angle does play a part, but on average, the sun is said to go as far north as it does south. And so with that said, the change on average should be identical in the north and in the south because the sun's angles should be identical and mirrored in the north and in the south. And so if the firmament is lower in the south on the biblical earth, that would make sense as to why rainbows are shorter in the south. On the globe model, there should be no difference, but we have found time and time again, when we do image searches, they're predominantly shorter in the south. And not always, sometimes the sun position in the firmament will be different and it will make the rainbows look different. But on average, if you're going through and looking up pictures in the south, you're going to find the shortest ones you've seen in the south, the tallest ones in the north, and the ones in the north, they get taller. This is Canada. There's some even further north that get even taller than this. They get really tall, and they even have more of a double rainbow aspect up north than they do in the south, which I find that also extremely fascinating. And these really short ones are even thicker in the south. So you have thicker, shorter rainbows in the south, thinner, taller ones up in the north. And when we find videos where people are trying to replicate rainbows in the lab, here's one where they are indoors trying to make a rainbow, and he's trying to figure out why it's curved because his son asked him that question. I don't think it was random, but it made him really work hard to investigate this. And so what does he do? He gets a barrier, dome-shaped, shines a light through it, and replicates the rainbow. Of course, the shape of his barrier is why you get the shape of this rainbow. And he does a really good job of showing us how it separates the light underneath from the darkness above. That's what rainbows do in reality. The only difference is he's got a single rainbow. For a double rainbow, you would need to use a different type of barrier, most likely one that is multi-layered. Things we can do in the lab to prove that the barrier above us is at work. And we can see that when we look at something as simple as rainbows, because typically you need a light source, water, and some sort of barrier or mirror device to create a rainbow indoors. Of course, outdoors, you don't need that because the light source is already shining through a barrier, but we definitely see that in the lab, the barrier and the shape of it will impact the shape. And with this understanding, would the rainbows be a different shape in the south because the light is above the firmament and the firmament shape towards the outer edges, of course, its shape might be very similar, but it's going to be lower to the ground. Would that impact the shape of the rainbows as you go south? And after more than a year of compiling images and looking up averages, we have found that there is truth to this, that the rainbow's shape does change. Of course, the sun's angle does play a part, but on average, the sun is said to go as far north as it does south. And so with that said, the change on average should be identical in the north and in the south because the sun's angles should be identical and mirrored in the north and in the south. And so if the firmament is lower in the south on the biblical earth, that would make sense as to why rainbows are shorter in the south. On the globe model, there should be no difference, but we have found time and time again, when we do image searches, they're predominantly shorter in the south. And not always, sometimes the sun position in the firmament will be different and it will make the rainbows look different. But on average, if you're going through and looking up pictures in the south, you're going to find the shortest ones you've seen in the south, the tallest ones in the north, and the ones in the north, they get taller. This is Canada. There's some even further north that get even taller than this. They get really tall, and they even have more of a double rainbow aspect up north than they do in the south, which I find that also extremely fascinating. And these really short ones are even thicker in the south. So you have thicker, shorter rainbows in the south, thinner, taller ones up in the north. And when we find videos where people are trying to replicate rainbows in the lab, here's one where they are indoors trying to make a rainbow. And he's trying to figure out why it's curved because his son asked him that question. I don't think it was random, but it made him really work hard to investigate this. And so what does he do? He gets a barrier, dome-shaped, shines a light through it, and replicates the rainbow. Of course, the shape of his barrier is why you get the shape of this rainbow. And he does a really good job of showing us how it separates the light underneath from the dark.
So yeah, man, that's a killer. Somebody said that. That's a globe killer, man.
It's a good one.
It's refraction. Refraction.
Refractor.
Everyone say refraction.
It's a refractor gravillac, man.
So when are you gonna go?
Oh yeah, this is good too. Because I love that. You know, these fucking idiots, they think, oh, gravity make gas fall. Makes gas fall, go boom. Gravity make gas fall, go boom. That's what Flatzoid would say. Wonder how I haven't seen much of his stuff, man, recently.
What, Flats?
Yeah. You been over there?
Yeah, a while ago. He's doing more of the of the religious, not religious stuff, but more like the debate stuff with Christianity versus this one, that one.
Yeah,
He's doing more of that stuff now.
I think that your belief system you shouldn't go arguing with other people about their belief systems. That's just me. I mean, it's neither one has any proof of anything. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's a belief system. And it's futile, just fucking keep that to yourself, man. That's the way I am. I mean, it's like I believe in God. I think Jesus was a righteous dude, and if you follow that path, you're on the right track. But some of this mystical, magical fucking horse shit, like trinities and all that other stupidity, I'm like, no, go away someplace with that. You're really trying to overcomplicate something. Anyway.
When you gonna be taking off?
What's that?
When you gonna be leaving?
What? Me? I'm not going nowhere.
I thought you were gonna go.
No, I said I'd tell somebody else to go somewhere.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. I'm the king. I don't go.
I was taught that our pressurized air next to a vacuum was keeping up with the rotation of the Earth as it flies around the sun and through the galaxy. And so I wanted to see how it was our atmosphere does that. And of course, they tell us that our atmosphere is rotating along with the Earth thanks to the help of gravity. And so gravity is that centripetal force pulling on our air, holding it to the ball as it rotates and spirals through space. And if this is the case, our atmosphere would all have to be uniformly traveling around the ball at about the same speed. But when you look at what's going on with our upper atmosphere, this isn't the case. We have jet streams that are 5 to 9 miles high, going at about 150 miles per hour. And they are actually rotating the same direction the Earth is rotating. So they are winning the race against what they're keeping up with. And if that's not bad enough, when we look at the winds at ground level, they aren't even traveling the same directions. In North America, the wind is blowing from west to east. And when you start heading south, you have winds that are now going the opposite direction. But don't worry, as you keep going south, eventually they change directions again. And when you look at Asia, that map usually is missing arrows, so I had to add them. The winds are going south in the winter and north in the summer. They change directions. They are not keeping up with the globe like we are told. But what about the Coriolis effect, you say? Don't we have hurricanes in the northern hemisphere going counterclockwise and clockwise in the southern hemisphere? But look at this. Water currents just beneath them, they are going the opposite direction, clockwise in the north and counterclockwise in the south. And if that isn't bad enough, we have cells where wind is literally spiraling clockwise at the top, counterclockwise as you go down, clockwise even further down, counterclockwise, clockwise, counterclockwise, all over the place. The wind cannot make up its mind as to which direction it needs to go to keep up with the Earth, but somehow it's stuck to it, going all these different directions. And when you find out that the world has no answers for these anomalies, you go to the Word and you find answers. For example, the book of Enoch tells us that there are portals in the firmament of heaven, and they are blowing from the ends of the earth, high winds. And that is what we see happening in reality when we go to Antarctica. That's where we have the fastest winds blowing across the earth. Not only that, those hurricanes that we were looking at, they have a specific pattern. They are more evident in the north, meaning they cannot go back towards these powerful winds that are blowing from the outer ends of the world. And the closest we've ever seen go to the North Pole is about 600 miles. And the closest they've ever come to reaching the South Pole is far further, 4,330 miles, because the North is not like the South. That's why the angels have to go to the four corners of the earth in Revelation to hold the winds. Our Bible, I was taught that our...
Stop. Damn thing. Oh, yeah, that's cool. That's a little bookmark I had on here. This is really cool fucking tri-square. You want me to show it to you? You want to see it, D-Man? It's only a 10-second thing, but this right here, I wouldn't mind having this, man. It'd save a lot of time. Let me change this. Say that, yeah. Check this out. It's got the levels that you set that thing on there. What angle is this thing set at? I don't know. You put it on there, pull this up to this bubble's level, and then it indicates the degree of an angle right here on this middle part. It's pretty cool. It's kind of how a sextant works. Anyway, anywho, I support this message. Let's hear it. Well, I got to do this, though.
Hey, if you think they're slowing down, they're not. They got the foot on the gas, and they're not pumping the brakes. Okay, and if you think that law enforcement or the military is your friend and they're going to help you, no. That's the enforcers for the beast. That's the beast enforcers. They're under a demonic oath. Just like 501c3, okay? All of that is 100% demonic fallen angel contracts. Yeah, the church, so-called church, God doesn't dwell in temples made with hands. All right. So-called church, that's a lizard lounge. All right. And they're gonna do the same thing. They're working with the beast. They're in bed with the beast. Law enforcement, military, in bed with the beast. Yeah. Yeah. The people that you think is gonna help you, protect and serve. No. Satan inverts everything. Yeah, they're gonna be the ones looking for you.
What a follow is.
Agents of control.
Yes.
What a follow is. They'll just follow orders. That's all. Somebody tells them what to do. Yes, sir. No matter what the fuck it is.
Well, here's that guy that diagnoses the orange turd all the time. I'll bring this over here. It says here that he's in the middle of a narcissistic collapse.
The president is displaying a clinical behavior known as narcissistic collapse because he has malignant narcissistic personality disorder, just like the mustache man from Germany in the 40s. I'm a physical therapist with a doctorate in my field and 15 years experience working in home health care, treating geriatric patients with dementia, heart failure, kidney disease, and some narcissism on top of that. So Harry Sisson back again with a banger of a tweet, just cataloging with timestamps what the president is doing on social media. This tirade begins at 11:16 in the morning and continues to basically 6 p.m. This is counterintuitive for a dementia patient with sundowning, but this is what happens when a malignant narcissist is experiencing collapse. Their rage is so strong that it will push them through sundowning time where he would normally be fucking asleep. Narcissistic collapse can be triggered by a severe blow dealt to the ego of the narcissist. That's what happened at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. He was forced to sit at that table and listen to the reporters give speeches who had won awards for their reporting on his connection to Jeffrey Epstein. This is his psychiatric response to losing a source of public validation, or in this case with Caitlin Collins, encountering someone who refuses to submit to the narcissist's public attempts at manipulation. That's why the AI photo of her as Dylan Mulvaney was posted first. She is the person he's most pissed off at. Well done, Caitlin. Typical outward signs of narcissistic collapse: aggression and rage, impulsive behavior. He's doing all that. Because he's also a dementia patient, he can't actually achieve anything in the middle of his collapse. All he can do is bitch about stuff that pisses him off on social media. And narcissistic collapse creates a great environment to suffer a stroke or a heart attack, or fall and suffer a catastrophic injury, which once again is why I tell you guys, it could happen any day now. Happy Monday. At this point, he's on 95 days of borrowed time. Who did he borrow the time from? The billions of dollars worth of munitions that we dropped on Iran for no goddamn reason. From when he should have rage posted right down the stairs in the White House, been impeached, or they should have finished the process of invoking the 25th Amendment. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
I kind of get the idea that he doesn't like him very much.
No, he loves the winning.
Yeah, the winning. We're doing all this winning.
Did you see the thing
Well,
about
I get what he's talking about, because Donald Trump is the kind of guy who can happily, wish someone dead on live TV. I'll be happy that someone died recently.
Did you see the thing about Tim Walz talking about the depleted stockpiles of weapons?
I knew they were becoming depleted, but I didn't hear about Tim Walz.
Trump says, "Oh no, everything's fine. Everything's fine. No, we got plenty. Don't worry, we're good."
Come on. When did this happen?
Walz said it the other day. Trump said it. Walz said it 2 days ago. Trump said yesterday when they were asking him. It was that same thing where he was standing in the plane.
Oh, that same press conference.
Yeah. They asked him about stockpiles. He's like, "Oh no, our military's got way more than they need," and I think they trapped him in something he can't get out of. With the whole Israel thing. I think that's.
Oh yeah. Look, he's best thing that could happen for him at this point would be to assume room temperature.
Yeah,
because shit's is eventually going to hit the fan with this guy. And I can't believe he's actually, the fact that he announces that he's going to run for president again, right?
I know.
And then people cheered it. And
They're
I'm
like,
like, are
"Oh."
you people stupid or what? Thank you, sir. Can I have another? Oh my God, it's terrible, isn't it?
Happy days are here again.
Wow, man.
It's amazing. It's amazing how dumb people are. It's amazing. I mean, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? But, he might do that whole, we're at war and I'm a wartime president and I got to stay in office to make sure that the job gets done. And
well, you ain't doing such a hot job so far. You and your Fox part-time news host.
His approval rating is in the shitter too.
Yeah,
It's really
what was
bad.
it, like 40%?
Yeah, it's less than half. It was I think low 40s, 42% or something. It was in the crapper. They're running all these ads up here for all these politicians up here, in my state. They're all saying the same thing. Oh, we'll counter what Trump's damage he's doing to the country. But yet every single one of them is some pack in Washington, D.C. It's like, wait a minute, hold on. So the people from Washington, D.C. are going to fucking fix the people from Washington, D.C., really? You're just going to shift it over from one shit pile to the next shit pile, and you're going to continue on doing what you're doing. We got intelligence, that's all. It's just the same shit. I look
It's
at
like
this stuff.
Shitting your pants and then changing your shirt.
Yeah, it's like, hold on, I just crapped myself. Let me change my socks.
God damn, man.
Yeah, I know, it's so bad.
What's up? Why you pull us? You know you ain't had no reason to pull us.
I sure did. Why y'all ducking me?
We ain't ducking. We caught watchers, dude. We ain't ducking.
Okay, well, I seen you going 31 miles an hour and 45.
It ain't illegal though, but we can go slow.
More than that.
No, sir, it ain't nothing illegal. You're just harassing us.
No, sir.
No, yes, you are.
And then
What's your reason?
No probable cause.
What-
Probable cause, yes. Suspicious vehicle. That is
Suspicious is not a crime.
Yeah,
No, it's not.
Reasonable suspicion.
No,
to
you don't even know what
pull
you're
over,
saying.
sir.
That's why you stuttering. Are you drunk, sir?
Are you? Let me run this real quick, and then you'll be on your way, okay?
Yeah, you're damn right. You still ain't got no reason, though.
Yeah, I do. See, yeah.
Yeah. Screw yourself. Motherfucker's crazy. Oh, now we got one over here. You like shining lights? I got one. Where'd my light go? You see that? You like that, don't you? Huh? You like that? Do you like it? Hey, you like lights?
Hey,
I got one.
roll that window up a little.
I got one.
You don't even put your hand in the
I'm
car.
good. You like?
Yeah, why you acting like this?
Ain't like what?
You're the one pulled us over for no damn reason.
I didn't pull you over.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Dude.
Did I pull you over? Or did my partner pull you over?
I don't give a damn which one of you pigs pulled us over. You're harassing us.
How are we harassing?
We just out here
you
pulled us over for spinning a damn car around.
We lost and you gonna pull somebody over. Huh? Just checking you guys out.
Screw you.
What's with the light, man? What's with the light? I don't have night vision.
I then get in the goddamn car and find somebody committing a crime.
We got lights too. That's what we're checking out.
Fuck you.
There ain't nothing back there for you to be looking at. All right. Huh? So how many cars you pull over today?
For spinning
too many to count. For no crime.
For no crime.
I don't do that.
Victimless crime, sir.
I don't do that. He said too many to count is what he said. Now he's looking in the back like there's something back there. You find what you're looking for?
Here, let me give you something to look at.
He didn't like that flashlight, did he?
Look at this. This is where you're going to be. You want to look at this?
Hey, he didn't like that light. Look, I got one. Look.
Check
You like
us
it?
out. Check us out.
You like that right there, don't you? Huh?
Put that on there, buddy.
Oh my God. I got one. Mine's brighter than yours. And it's a little bitty thing.
Don't kill me with the light.
You see that?
I see it. Yeah,
That's what you're gonna be on.
that's fine.
That's cool.
I
What's
want
your
you to.
name and badge number?
I don't have a badge number.
Oh, what is your ID number? ID number.
I don't have an ID number.
They
Bullshit.
give you some, dude.
You
How
ain't
no cop. How did they identify you then?
My name.
Your name?
What is that?
There's a lot of people with the same name. What's your name?
What's that?
What's your name then?
Deputy Simi.
Simmage? Simi.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you ain't got no identification number.
So we can pull off because we don't even know if you're cop.
Yeah, that's
What's
crazy.
Your name?
None
Good citizen.
Yeah.
I hear you.
None
Didn't commit a crime. Got pulled over for absence. The only reason he pulled us over is because we spun the car around.
Because we lost.
Okay.
That's it.
That's only. I hear you.
That's crazy.
Is it?
That's crazy.
Mr. Jones, appreciate it.
Go screw yourself.
Hey, what's your badge number?
Hey, what's
come
your
here.
badge number, sir? We don't have badge number.
What's
You
your-
need to get some.
what's
We
your
don't even
name?
know- Who are you? Hey, sir. Sir, come in. How about that?
God damn. Look, we just got pulled over for nothing, y'all. I mean, we got pulled over for nothing.
I know who that is. That's
North Carolina Tyrant Hunter.
Yeah, Tyrant Hunter. I was gonna say NC Tyrant Hunter because I know the voice.
Oh my god, he cracks me up too. Shit, he says, "Well, come on, bring it, big boy."
Yeah, bring it, big dog. He lost a bunch of weight too. I think he had like a hip surgery or something a while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got going on here. Here's a woman who was wrongfully detained suing for $800,000. Oh, so it says people are all right. Yeah, this might be pretty good. Let's check this out.
Hello. Hey, girl.
Oh yeah, I saw this one.
What's the deal? I got pulled over because he said that my child seems to have been moving. She got out of the car seat and she was just like lollygagging back there. So can you roll down your back window? Oh, why are you crying? Keep it down for me, please. My kids? No. Huh? My kids, I won't. Like, we're this hot and this. Keep the window down for a second.
My
I need
window
to
is
look
down.
at something. The back window.
No.
Put the back window down.
No. They're
What
my
do you mean
children,
now?
and I, as a mother, I'm protecting my children. So they need to be out of the sun, in the shade, and the tent is the only thing protecting them from the sun. Deputy. And I am recording this call just so you're aware.
Step out of the car. Step out of the car. Put the phone down. Face the car.
Face the car. I didn't do anything wrong, so I shouldn't be detained. I didn't do anything wrong, so I shouldn't be detained. Stop. There's no reason I shouldn't be detained.
Don't put your hands on.
My kids are in the car.
Okay, I don't know that. I'm dragging them.
She told me get out of the car. My kids.
Roll down your back window is not a lawful order, and it is not a reason for arrest or detainment.
Nope.
I didn't even do anything wrong. I'm not resisting.
You're about to go to the. Yes, you are.
No,
You're
I'm
about to go
not.
to the ground.
I'm not resisting. I'm
Put it-
literally
put
up
it
against the
up.
car. Ma'am.
Stop
why are you
facing
arresting
towards me.
me? I'm not resisting you. But why are you arresting? Why are you resisting? Why are you arresting me?
Stop.
Can I speak with your supervisor?
That's not how this works.
This is how
Yeah,
it
it
works.
does.
You are working for the United States government. And any citizen that does something, why would I be arrested? Sit down. What did I do? That they're okay?
All because she didn't follow their unlawful order.
Yep.
Okay. In
Should've
order
been
for a order from a police officer to be lawful, there has to be law that backs it up.
I
Okay.
don't care.
So show me the law that says I have to roll my fucking back window down and keep it down. You looked in there, you saw, good enough. I also have a Fourth Amendment right to you breaching my fucking property. See, this is horseshit. These people are getting away with way too fucking much.
You know who pays for the lawsuit when that lady wins?
Oh, taxpayers. That's why we need to end
Absolutely.
qualified immunity.
Bingo.
You
Then what
end
they should do is
qualified
when they
immunity, these fuckers will be a little more careful about what the fuck they do. See?
and don't ever let them lie to you the city or the state or the the contractors that are actually giving them the job to provide the services they do. Okay, before they even when they re-up that contract, the city could very easily say, "Oh, we've got new conditions." And those conditions are going to be that you're responsible for any lawsuits, any breaches of the rules of your employment. And they could fix that shit just like snap of a finger, fix that crap just like that. Say, nope, we're not responsible for any loss, damage. That's all on you. If you screw up and you don't follow the law and you don't follow the conditions of your employment, it's on you. You're going to have to pay it out. Then watch how quick they'll all just not show up to work. They'll all just say, no, we're not going to show up. And they'll be like, okay, you're all unemployed. Bye. We'll fix it in a second.
Do you remember you remember the kids on milk cartons?
Yeah. Yeah, the FBI ones.
They weren't, that's not it. That's what we thought they were.
Remember, they used to put the kids' pictures on the milk cartons, and they took them off? I contend, I don't know, I can't tell you why, I contend too many kids were being located through those milk cartons. Your federal government doesn't want you to find these kids because your federal government, particularly the finders, CIA organization out of Washington, D.C., is the biggest motivating factor behind the missing children in this country today. Why? Well, there's several reasons. Kids are used for body parts, sex slaves. They're used for the satanic ceremonies. And a 10, 11, 12-year-old blue-eyed blonde-haired kid will sell on the auction block outside Las Vegas, outside Toronto, Canada, and a barn in Lincoln, Nebraska. These are the 3 locations I'm aware of. For $50,000. Paul Benassi, young man who was willing to come forward on the Nebraska case, has attended these auctions. He attended 6 such auctions in Las Vegas, Nevada. The fewest number of children there were 6. The highest number were 36. The auctions took place near the landing strip. Foreigners came in with turbans on. They took these kids, put them in the plane, put them in campers. Who knows where they went from there. 100,000 children disappear. I have personally filed formal complaints to the great FBI about the finders being an organized international child kidnapping. They have yet to come out and interview me formally and get my documentation, which, as I pointed out to you, is the U.S. Customs report. Now, the great FBI, they can tell you how many bank robberies, how many kidnappings, quote, end quote, their kidnapping figures, how many cars were stolen last year, and what have you. They claim in the kidnapping department 75 to 80 children a year. That's a joke. They can keep track of cars, they can keep track of bank robberies, aggravated assaults, but they don't keep track of how many kids disappear every year. And that's why they signed.
It's so polluted, uprooted from all this stupid shit. See me cremated, my adaptation to the climate. So glad I made it, elated that they gon' go to heaven. But did they know heaven may not be the place to go? Again, I ask, heaven was hell and vice versa. The devil demon, I'll be damned if I'm gonna let God hurt you.
So they were advertisements.
Wow.
The people that were putting the pictures on the fucking milk cartons were actually advertising kids that they had fucking snatched.
What was that website that they got caught doing that shit a while ago, where they were selling pillows and cabinets?
That furniture place. What was it called?
Wayfair. Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, yeah, I'll buy this friggin' toilet seat for $45,000. Yeah. Named Joe.
You're right. Becky. Here's a table called Becky. It's a nightstand for $50,000. What?
Yeah.
No, smart. What? They're going to ban smart glasses? Is that true?
What's the freaking difference? You got everything else looking at you. What's the fucking difference at this point? They're going to be like, oh, you can't wear smart glasses out, but we can put all this shit all over the street. The fuck does that the hell's that gonna do?
Oh, what is this? Extremely important. As Iran realizes it is winning the war, and after Trump ceasefire statements, Iran has intensified its shelling of Israel. Ooh.
Oh, the other thing too is Polyglobe. I'm noticing Polyglobe. They took almost all the red dots off, so now they're not showing anything going on over there like they were before.
Ah.
Yep. Trump's
الوضع مش طبيعي ابدا.
Look at those fucking things coming in. Wait.
كيف عم تمشي فوقنا بكل اتجاه. هاي الليله من اقوى الليالي. الله يستر شو راح يصير. يا جماعه.
Dude. They're raining hell on those fucking people, man. Good. They deserve it.
I thought that video in the back was the one of the final station getting hit, the radar hit in Israel, but it's not. It's from March.
What is?
That video, the link I put in the private chat, the last one, it says radar hit in Israel. I
Yeah.
thought it was maybe the last one. It's not. I found
No,
it.
it's the old one.
from
Yeah, they
March.
hit that big one. They hit that big array, and that's when it started raining.
Yeah, that's the one that's the video of. It's actually a car driving by it as it got hit.
Yeah, remember now it's coming out, just like I said, that they were lying about casualty numbers.
Yeah, oh yeah, big time.
Yeah,
They
they're
say
still lying. They're still lying. There's way more than what they're even
bases
saying.
just
now.
got hit the other day, the day before yesterday. Base got bunch of bases got hit.
Yeah.
I forget the name of I forget what country it was. But yeah, a bunch of the barracks got hit. Somebody went and found some photos and shit that they ripped off the internet real quick. Barracks got hit. I think it was the day before yesterday.
Yeah. There's a bunch. Listen, this is
They said almost all the U.S. bases, the ones that are friendly with the U.S., and have been almost knocked out. Almost all of them. I think it was Yemen or one of them other countries.
Toast. They're toast.
Yeah. Saudi Arabia got nailed the other day on a big Aramco refinery got hit the other day. And yeah, it's just going to get worse. It's going to get worse. I don't know why the fucking letting them people do that shit. You're bringing all this shit to you. I don't get it.
Well, guys, I'm going to call it a night, man. It's 3 hours.
Yeah, good to see you, sub. I got to get out of this chair. My back's going to hurt.
I try to do them during the week. It's if I didn't have to leave as early in the morning as I do, you know, but I have to go.
You going to be on tomorrow?
Depends on what it's going to do Wednesday. And if I do, it'll be early.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. Have to.
Good to see you. Good to see everybody in
I
chat
don't
too.
think we ain't got a whole lot left. I mean, we got all that. I think all we got left is some just basically doing up the trim work and shit within the porch, because it's all framed. We put the rail back on. We had to cut it for the new posts. I'll take a picture next time I'm out there and
cool.
Put it up on here.
I wanted to say thank you to all the people.
Yeah, man.
A bunch of people on here. How many people were on Rumble?
Oh, I didn't even look. My God, hold on. Let me see. It said 11. I didn't see anybody in the chat though. Let me see what's going on there for a second. Whoops. There we go. Let's play.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure to see you guys. It's funny, you know, I go to other channels that was on PJs, and a bunch of the people from here were on PJs earlier. PJ was on early today, and I hopped on at like noontime, 1 o'clock.
You know, PJ, how's he doing?
He's doing good, man. He's doing good. He's lost a bunch of weight, and he looks good.
Good.
It looks good. He's doing all right, man.
Yeah. Hopefully he's doing a better job dealing with the trolls. He was getting them there for a bit.
No, well, he took care of that. Matter of fact, when I popped on, because he was, you know, he wasn't even in there yet, and I popped in and he's like, "Is that you, D-Man?" I said, "Yeah, it's me." He goes, "Wait a minute, that's what a troll would say." I said, "It's me. Don't worry about it."
It is. It's like when the guy come in there and never been here before, and he puts in private chat, "I'm not a porn bomber."
Yeah.
Okay.
Which means you're a porn bomber.
Yeah, exactly. Stupid fucks. All right.
Good
All right,
stuff.
D-Man, thanks for coming up tonight. Everybody that showed up in the chat. We had over 200 people watching. That was pretty awesome.
See you on the street, everybody.
Yeah, man. And don't forget, if you... Oh, who did I do? Oh, I did the wrong guy. Look at that. What is your thing, your avatar? What is that? Vote for none of the above. That's right. Yeah, that was great. That was from Brewster's Millions. Yeah, that was
I went
good.
and clipped it out of one of the movie scenes and made it an avatar.
Anyway, the reason we can bring you these things and say the things that we do and show the things that we do and push the envelope like we do is because we are not monetized. I'm not even going to apply to monetization, but if you'd like to support the channel, the links are in the description, also going across the screen, and there's a cool little QR code up there. Of course, you don't have to. It's always free. I want to wake people's minds up and shit. I really do.
They are appreciated.
Yes, man, a whole lot. And also, don't forget to check out the Amazon link down there to Tamara Cheville's books. Some of the stuff that's in those books we went over today. There's books about the nuke being hoax, flat earth stuff. There's one about that's pretty much dedicated to me and Nathan Oakley. And man, it's some good shit. Coffee table book. You put it down. You know, you want to kind of introduce these topics to a normie friend. You know, just check this out, and it opens the door for discussion. So it's good. The more you do, you know, you talk to 10 people, 3 people might get it, right? I'm just being, you know, conservative. So you say you talk 30% of the people you talk to get it, right? But those 30%, they're going to be inclined to want to talk to others on it, you see? And they may have the same results, and hell, they might present it even better than you did, and you know, increase the number of people that get the information. But that's how it gets there.
Plant that seed.
You can't yeah, exactly. Plant that seed. You cannot rely on your institutions, your academia, none of that. Everything is a big fucking lie designed to keep you inside the box. Get out of the box, man. Take the third option. Take the third option.
Real quick before you go, Aaron said, Sov, you owe us a video about the amnesia dumper.
I couldn't find a video on that. I just found that thing and I was like, that's fucking hilarious, because I could just like, oh, I forgot who I am. Good thing is the part about wiping didn't get forgotten. You know, that's
good to see everybody.
She might have burst and had a stroke, you know, or some kind of shit like that. Anyway, don't forget, people, the Lord loves the working man. Don't never, ever, ever trust Whitey. See your doctor and get rid of him, because he'll probably kill you. And remember, it's always better to shit in the sink than to sink in the shit. We'll see you next time on Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind. Good night, everybody.